All right. Looks like we are probably live at this point. I think we are. What is good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to the stream. Thank you guys so much for joining me today on this glorious. Is it a Tuesday? Excuse me. Yeah, I think it's a Tuesday. On this glorious Tuesday, the 30th. The last pretty much couple days of the year. Kind of rounding out some of the different information and news and stuff that we're getting. Super excited to talk about gaming, of course, and of course to announce new, or more like the plans for New Year's and the plans for 2026. I can't even think about that. Like back in the day, in the 80s and 90s, if you ever thought about the year 2026, you were thinking about flying cars. You were thinking about teleportation. You were thinking about magic. You were thinking about hoverboards. You know, you were thinking about all sorts of stuff. You were not thinking like, oh, well, like what we have now. We were not thinking what it is right now. You know, like it's that's the funniest thing about it. So it almost blows my mind as somebody who, you know, I'm from the 70s, 80s era, 90s era, really, to be in 2026. Just seems wild to me. Yeah, but it's awesome. You know, like I said, it's a blessing to be alive at this point, and hopefully we continue very strong into next year. But let's get into some shout outs, guys. We actually got quite a bit of information. Shout outs to my man Stealth. He actually rounded up a ton of Japanese developer ambitions and things for 2026. So I wanted to go over a lot of those. So we're going to do that today. Let's go ahead and get into shoutouts, though. I think shoutouts are definitely in line and in order here. First up is Dior. What's up, Dior? Thank you so much. Always coming through, man. Number one in the hood, G. Shoutouts to Dior. Appreciate you, fam. Party Man, the bodyguard. We out here, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate my man, Party Man. Thank you for the support, brother. Good to see you here once again. Hopefully your day was good at work and all that. Next up, Dan Dips, Dan Lee, my man, Bruce Lee, kicking into stream. I appreciate you, fam. Let's go. Glad that you're having a pretty good day so far. How was you guys' day? You guys let me know. What'd you guys do today? Let me know. Anybody play any good games? Anybody have some interesting stuff happen to them? Let me know in the chat. Also, big love to Shy Guys Quest. Yo, thank you for the big 4 months. Let's go, baby. Pure Eyes in the chat. Hey, yo, thank you. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for the 24 months of Elite Ninja support. If anybody else wants to become an Elite, that tune-in tier, it's only $1. Get your name, get yourself every month, get yourself a highlight, get yourself some emotes, some badges that evolve as you stay on. So I appreciate all the tune-in tier, Jonin tier, Hokage tier. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all you guys. Ultimate Hokages. Appreciate all you guys. Yo, shout outs to Justin with the 3 Fergies.
How's it going? I quit caffeine today, cold turkey. I have felt terrible today, but I feel better right now.
Yeah.
Also, I'm thinking about getting back to Hyrule Warriors now.
Yes. Great time to kind of tackle your backlog before we really get into the games of next year. So yeah, I agree. I think Hyrule Warriors is great. I know it's a little bit of a slog to kind of get through at times. But it's super fun. It's super fun. Just do some of the side quests. You don't have to do everything. Just do the side quests that are gonna run out. Like let's say you only have this many battles before you know, like there's a problem. Just do those and then do the main quest, and you should be powerful enough. If you're playing on normal, you should be powerful enough to beat the game, because the ending's actually kind of difficult if you're not powerful enough. So just do that, and I think if you just do that, it'll be a lot more fun to kind of go through. You know, I did everything, but that's me, for at least everything that I could do. You know, on my first playthrough on hard. Shout outs to Justin. Thank you for the $3. That first Ninja Blood, I appreciate that. Thank you for becoming, or thank you for the $3. Full combo rewards and effects today, guys. Let's see if we can get that platinum streak. That'll be 90 today. And of course the hour-long extension. First extension though. First things first. 15 combos, 15 minutes. Let's go. Thank you guys for your support so far, like always. Shout outs. Remember, if you drop a dono, make sure you put your music request too. So if you want some music, Justin, let me know. You don't got to drop another dono, just let me know. What's up, Katana Rikus is still playing Yote still. I'm ways past halfway still playing Guilty. Damn, that game. How long is that game that you're still playing? I mean, that came out in what? That came out early October, right? Dang, still playing that? It's all good though. Shout outs to Katana Riku. B Sparks Gaming, what's up, B Sparks? Welcome. Ava Cook, what's up, Ava Cook? Welcome to the stream. Feeling awesome after being an osteopath. I've been awesome. And I hiked today playing ZA DLC, which I saw Arlo hates. Shout outs to Ava Cook and shout outs to Arlo hating things. What's up, Sis Music? What up, Sis? Welcome. Shout outs, welcome. Party Man says my day was good. I was off today, so I'm just back working. Pretty chill going into the New Year's. Yeah, should be a fun. I'm looking forward to the to 2026, man. I think there's going to be a lot of fun games to play, a lot of different things that happen, a lot of surprises. I'm looking forward to the Nintendo Directs, man. I think Nintendo Directs got really. I mean, 2017 Directs were okay, like the launch year of the Switch 1. Well, I mean, some of them were kind of mediocre, but like 2018 Directs were actually freaking crazy. So yeah. Yo, Cyber Taurus with the Jojo.
So I finished Hyrule Warriors today, and finally ready to tackle Trails in the Sky.
Okay.
I also ever got around to Metaphor, so excited for it to hit Switch 2.
Nice.
How about some non-copyrighted Trails music?
Yeah, absolutely. Trails in the Sky. I've been playing Trails in the Sky first chapter when my son allows me to. And I've been having a blast. Just got another character. Yeah, it's incredible, man. It is such a fun game. A little bit too talky. Like sometimes people just be talking for forever, just blah. I mean, it's like even like at times it's worse than Xenoblade. Like I feel that it's actually significantly worse than Xenoblade. Xenoblade 3, you know, maybe not Xenoblade 1 or maybe not 2 in some respects, but it's significantly worse than Xenoblade 3 when it comes to the amount of dialogue in this game. Sometimes it just seems like it's pointless too. Some of the dialogue is just there. But it's still really good. That's my only complaint about Trails in the Sky. They just be talking forever sometimes, you know, and it just seems like it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't matter. But outside of that, man, yeah, the game's awesome. I think it's a really good game. Shout outs. Thank you so much, Justin, Cyber Taurus with the big $10 dono. That does get us to 13 on the combo board. We are only 2 combos away from the first 15-minute extension. Let's go. Forgot to add Resident Evil 2026. Yes, Resident Evil. I'm looking forward to Resident Evil myself. I'm looking forward to a lot of stuff in 2026. I've got a 30 big upcoming Switch 2 games list that I'm gonna. I haven't recorded it yet, but I've already wrote down the list and the dates that they're coming out. So yeah, I got 30 games. That I'm not looking forward to all 30, but I know people are going to be looking forward to a lot of these games on this list. 30 plus games. So yeah, I'm excited to get that video out. Hopefully I can get that video out sometime this week. I think I'm going to work on it tonight. Maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. I'll work on it sometime though, now that I got the list out. So let's see here. What's up, Gambit? Welcome to the stream. What's up, Elias? What's up, Ronan? Good stuff. Glad that your day was good. Had some food with your brother. So there you go. Yeah, 30 games is a lot, but there's a big list of games, man. It's not even everything too. It's just the upcoming games. Some of them that we know about, some of them that were delayed, some of them that were announced, just all sorts of stuff, you know. So I'm going to talk about them for like a minute or two. So the video should be about 30 minutes long. I mean, that's minimum, and it's probably going to be longer than that because I mean, some games I'm just going to go by like, hey, look, it's coming out this time, blah, blah, blah. I don't have much experience, but, you know, hey, look forward to it. Some games might be like barely a minute or two, but some games I'll talk on it for like maybe, you know, a minute and a half to 2 minutes. So I'm sizing up about 30, 40 minute video, maybe somewhere in that range. So yeah. Yeah, we're streaming tomorrow for New Year's. We're going to do like a New Year's. I'll probably do East Coast New Year's because I'm old. So we'll stream till East Coast New Year's, so that'll be 9 o'clock my time, 12 a.m. for East Coasters. So yeah. What's up, Nick93? Welcome to the stream. What is good? Welcome. What's up, Jackson? Welcome to the stream. Doing some Pikmin 4 yesterday. Forgot just how immaculate the game is. Yeah, the game is pretty good. What's up, Nick93? Welcome to the stream, man. How you feeling, brother? Said ready for the playoffs? Yeah. Rams getting kind of cooked at first by the Falcons, but then they came back, but it was too late. I mean, man, Matthew Stafford is having a brutal stretch of games. I mean, he's throwing a lot of picks. A lot of picks between the Falcons. The NFC South is giving Matthew Stafford fits. Falcons and the Panthers just picked 5 interceptions between those two teams. But yeah, I mean, it looks like they're going to be pretty much locked into the 6th seed at this point. So yeah, I think they can take the last game off. I don't think they have to play anybody. They get a bye. I'm pretty sure they get a bye. Yeah, they can take this last game off. They don't have to play. They're locked into the 6th seed. They're pretty much locked into it, if I'm not correct. So yeah, they get a bye week. They get a bye week this upcoming week. So against the Cardinals. So yeah, there you go. That can be their first round bye is next week. Niners got to play, or this upcoming week, more like it. Let's see, no night off. I'll take New Year's Day off. So I'll take New Year's Day off, and then we'll get going. Then we'll do JoJo Friday. So yeah, I'll be okay. I feel a lot better. I'm still sniffly a bit. I still got a little bit of a cough. But my throat is no longer howling. My voice is pretty much back for the most part, with a little bit. It's a little off, but nothing bad. And I was actually strong enough. I'm not quarantined anymore. I can go outside for just a bit. I was able to work out today. I was able to run and lift weights. So first time in weeks I've been able to do that. So it was good. It was good. Hey, what's up, Gloria? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? General Zamora's here too. If I haven't said what up to you, make sure you say what up, man. What is good? What's up, Westside OM? Puka might have caught that pass. He didn't catch the pass. As he was going out of bounds, he had the ball, but then it kind of came loose. And then by the time that he was out of bounds, he reestablished possession. But no, it was literally not in his possession as he was out of bounds. So no, he did not catch the ball. Let's see. We can still get the 5th. Can you guys still get the 5th? I wonder how. Because you guys would have the same amount of wins as the Niners, and I think Niners win tiebreakers, right? So you guys are 11 and 5. I wonder how they. I mean, so if the Niners lose, they'd be 12 and 5. The Rams would be 12 and 5. The Niners have a better conference, conference record. Niners have been better against the NFC teams. So if they have the same record, I'm pretty sure the tiebreaker goes to the Niners. So, but I guess, I think you guys have the tiebreaker over the Seahawks. So if the Niners beat the Seahawks, I think if the Niners beat the Seahawks, well, no, then the Seahawks still have a better record than the Rams. They have 13. They still have a better record, if I'm not correct, right? Yeah, they have 13 wins. So yeah, no, I don't think. Rams are locked into 6th place. Yeah, Rams are locked into 6th because they don't have a better record. They don't have a better conference record or actual record than the Seahawks. So there's no way that they can leapfrog the Niners or the Seahawks. You guys are locked into 6th. You're locked into 6th. So you guys get a bye. You guys get a bye this week. Don't play the starters. Don't play anybody. Just rest and relax. That's what I would do. Maybe one series or something. I wouldn't really play the starters. I would just play backups and I just get ready because you're locked into playing. You're probably going to be playing the Bears at Soldier Field because Bears are going to be the 2 seed. Or no. You're going to be playing the 3 seed. Sorry. You're going to be playing the 3 seed. So you're going to be playing the Eagles. You're probably going to be playing the Eagles at Philly, in Philly. So that's going to be a buckle up, that's going to be a chin strapper, because Philly's defense is pretty good. So get ready for that game. Let's see here. You guys are going to, it's 3 versus 6. It's 3 versus 6. It's 2 versus 7, 3 versus 6. I mean, the Bears still need to win this game, though. I think the Eagles can still go up by 1. Like, the Bears have to win this game against the Lions. But yeah, Philly can still go up. I think they can go up to the number 2 seed. I think they can. So either way, you're either playing at Philly or at Chicago. So that's either one is gonna be a handful. So yeah. Hey, what's up, 91 Gamer Boy? Yeah, I'm feeling better, man. I'm feeling better. So you need Devontae back? Yeah, just rest. You guys should get Devontae back for for the playoffs if you guys just rest. Steelers and Ravens is a must-watch this upcoming Sunday. Yeah, that's gonna be a backyard brawl. That's gonna be a good one to watch too. I'm gonna be watching. Of course, I'm gonna be watching my 49ers and Seahawks this Saturday. But yeah, definitely there's gonna be some knockout games this weekend. Tampa Bay versus Carolina. That's for the division for the NFC South. So that's gonna be a big one. You got Steelers, AFC North, right? AFC North. Steelers versus Ravens for the NFC North. Juice Man Vaughn, he's a Ravens fan. So that's gonna be a big one. That's for the playoffs. That's for the division. So that's gonna be interesting as well to see who wins those ones. Those big ones, winner takes all. Basically a play-in game, you know. So yeah, very good, very good. If Eagles win and Bears lose, Eagles yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, if Eagles win, they get the 2 seed. If Bears win, they get the 2 seed. So it's very important for both of those teams to win. So yeah. Hey, what's up, General Zamora? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing today? What is good? Yeah, the Seattle Niners game is gonna be crazy. Let's go Seattle. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'll say this. I would probably feel more if I were you. I mean, if I'm a Rams fan, I'd probably feel more confident going into San Francisco and winning. And if I'm going to go to the Super Bowl, playing there than having to go to Seattle. Like, I don't know if I want to go to Seattle with the 12th man. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, obviously, like, maybe you're more worried about the Niners because of how Brock Purdy's playing compared to Darnold. And, you know, the Niners have done it before. But if I'm just a Rams fan, I'm like, okay, yeah, the Niners are obviously dangerous. Brock Purdy's beat us, blah, 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 whatever. But, like, if the Niners lose, it's going to go through Seattle. And if Seattle wins, right, you're going to have to play Seattle. And you're going to have to play them at Seattle. You're going to have to travel to Seattle. Do you want to go to Santa Clarita or whatever? Or do you want to go there and play? Or do you want to go, which one do you feel more confident in? Going to in-state, which is not very far. You can sleep in your own bed. You can head over there, no problem. Or do you want to have to travel to gloomy, rainy, loud Seattle, right, and play? I you know, if I'm a Rams fan, I think I feel a bit more comfortable with that trash Niners defense. I feel a bit more comfortable going to San Francisco and playing them and beating them than having to go to Seattle and having to deal with that Mike McConnell, you know, Ravens style defense. You know, I think I feel a bit more comfortable with that one. But that's just me, you know, as if I was on the team, that's just how I would feel, you know. So yeah. Playoff Darnold, I'll take that bet. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, playoff Darnold, but that defense is nasty. They got multiple Pro Bowlers. They're pretty good. I mean, like I said, I don't know if I just want to travel to Seattle. If I'm a player, I'd rather just stay in California, stay in San Fran. You know, like, it's like we won in San. Like, I'd rather just do that than having to go to Seattle and deal with that Mike McConnell. Because remember, that the coach for the Seattle Seahawks, this is essentially the West Coast Ravens. The Seattle Seahawks are the new Ravens, like the Ravens of the, you know, Super Bowl Ravens. That's essentially what the Seahawks are now. They are the West Coast Ravens now. And that gets me a little bit worried over the next, you know, 5 to 10 years, however long Mike McConnell's there. It's like, now we got to deal with this damn, you know, Ravens style of defense, you know, and Ravens style of gameplay, which I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of playing against, you know. So yeah, to me, that's a bit scary, but I get it. Sam Darnold, you know. So let's see here. Cyber Toast with the $10 donos. The Seahawks were the #1 seed in 2005, 2013, and 2014, all Super Bowl years. Yeah, all Super Bowl years. Only one Super Bowl out of those, but yeah, definitely all Super Bowl years for sure. So yeah, we'll see if they can if they can get that one seed. I'm hoping they don't. 23 on the board. Yo, first extension. Here we go. Combo breaks. Let's get that overclock going. My man.
Overclock Buster!
Noah and Mio in the house too. Hold on, let me play it. Did I play it? Did it not go? Either way, shoutouts. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Cyber Taurus bumping up his lead to $20 on the board. Anybody that's 20 more, you can get my man Cyber Taurus and 7 more combos before we get to the 30-minute extension on today's stream. Thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate that. 2 JoJo's too as well. Thank you guys. Going for the 90 platinum streak today, man. You guys are on one. Shout out to Cyber Taurus. Appreciate you, fam. Thank you for the support like always. Super round table in the house. Remember, if you drop a dono, put your music request too, and I'll get you some music. So Justin, if you want something, Cyber Taurus, you want another track, let me know. I got you. Let's see here. Imagine OJ buying Nintendo Life like Shane McMahon bought WCW in 2001. That'd be that would be that would be absolutely hilarious. I do not have the money for Nintendo Life though. But if I did, I'd totally buy them and fire everyone. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'd only fire one person. I'm joking. Let's see. OJ is low-key NFL athletic. Kinda. I mean, in my heyday, I mean, could I make an NFL team? No. I couldn't even make a UFL team, which was a professional league, but like not NFL ready. So I couldn't even hang with those guys. So no. Do I feel if a coach gave me a chance, if I got into shape back in my day, not now, but if I got into shape at my peak, if I got a chance somehow, do I think I could play? Sure. Like at my peak, sure. Could I be like a third running back on a roster? Yeah, I think I could be. Would I be incredible or like, oh my God, Barry? No, I don't think so. But do I think I could go and run the rock and get some yards? Absolutely. Like, absolutely. I saw guys go to the NFL that, in my opinion, weren't better than me. And they got carries in the NFL. So yeah, at my peak, at my best, sure, I think I could I, if I got a chance, right? If I, half the time it just seems like it's just random who gets to the next level, who gets like to the next thing. I mean, when I tried out for that UFL team, I ran the fastest, or one of the fastest 40s. I think I was top 3 for running backs. I ran my routes good. I caught the ball well out of the backfield. I had some good runs. I put together good tape. I don't know why I didn't make it past second cuts. I don't even know why I did it. I just did it. But I literally did great. I from what I remember, I think it was 2010 or 2009, 2010. We were in Moore Park. That's where the tryout was. And I did good. I ran fast. I ran good. I caught the ball well. Didn't drop any passes. Did good. Remembered all the plays. Did everything that I needed to do. I just didn't make the cut. I don't know why. So, I mean, it'd be hard for me to make an NFL team. I don't think I could. But if I was, let's just say I for some reason I got a chance, right? For some reason they gave me a chance. Oh yeah, sure. I could come in on third downs and block and get a draw play or something like that. Yeah, sure. I don't think to be honest though, I don't think it's that hard though. Like if you're a running back or you played at like, let's just even say like a junior college or college level, I mean, you can probably get the ball a couple times in an NFL game and get some yards. Like, I don't think it's anything that crazy. Now, the ones that are really, obviously, like the guys like CMC and the guys like B. John Robinson, yeah, those guys are difference makers. Nobody's as good as them, right? But in terms of like third string or like fourth string running back, yeah, I mean, like, I don't think that'd be something that I couldn't do. Let's see here. So yeah. Yeah, NFL's a tough club to get into. It's just, like I said, it's even like semi-pro or like UFL. That was insanely hard to get into. I mean, there were pros there. There were guys that played in the NFL there. I mean, the quarterback was Dante Culpepper. He was a good quarterback. He was a Pro Bowl quarterback. So, I mean, he was the quarterback for the Sacramento Mountain Lions that year that I was trying out, So, yeah, they were good. They were pretty good. There were some good players there. I'm not going to sit here and act like, oh my God, like, it wasn't like, there were other good running backs too. It's just, like I said, it just felt like it was a coin flip. But I mean, like I said, I ran a good 40. I think I ran like a 4.51, something like that. I ran a great 40. I mean, I think the fastest time there for running backs was like 4.47 or 4.48. I ran like the third fastest time. So I don't know. I just didn't get the call. I thought I did good, man. I was hyped. I thought I did really good, but I just didn't get it. And then the next year I went out there, I pulled my hamstring, so didn't even get a chance to run. But I felt that I maybe could have ran a 4.4, but Didn't get a chance to run. Didn't get it. I came there. I was 100. The year that I ran the 4.5, I think I was like 180, 181. And then the second year that I came back there, I was 175. Like I was a bit thin, 170, 171, 175, somewhere in between there. So I was slimmer, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready to really cook this 40, you know, and like see if I can get a 4.4. But yeah, I'm stupid. I was practicing a bit before, just warming up a couple days before, and I pulled my hamstring, and it did not recover. I couldn't run, which pissed me off. But hey, it is what it is. Let's see, if the Bears had more time, they would have won the game. LOL. Absolutely no defense at all that game. If they had more time, well, I mean, that's their fault that they didn't have more time. They should have been better with their time. They ran running plays, and they did stupid things to do the time. And the Niners were forcing them, you know, to do short throws and stuff. So, I mean, like, it's one of those things to where it's a combination. They didn't have more time because they didn't manage the clock well, and they didn't have more time because the way the Niners were playing defense, you know. So yeah, and they were tackling them in bounds too, so that was a good thing. I could easily run a 44.57. Oh man, slowest 40 ever. Oh man. Let's see here. A lot of coaches get their kids on in college. Yeah. At least the NFL has competition to the UFL, like NBA having competition to the Big Three. I don't know if the Big Three is actually any real competition. I don't think the UFL was competition either. I don't think there's any real competition for the NFL, to be honest. I think the real competition for the NBA is like the best European leagues and stuff like that for basketball wise, because there's some pretty good players in that league that, you know, that don't want to necessarily go over to the NBA, or they want to just stay there, you know, so. What's up, Gaming Mariner? Welcome. So yeah. What's up, MXP? Welcome to the stream, man. How you doing today, brother? Shout outs, welcome. What's up, Daniel Charney? Welcome to the stream. What's up, House Gang? Welcome, man. How are you guys doing today? Shout outs. Let's go. Big love, big love. If you guys have questions too, we're doing full Q&A like always, but this one's from any point. We don't really have any. I mean, we have articles and stuff to go over, like Metaphor ReFantazio 2. The developers state that they want to, you know, take their time with it and really want to make it a core pillar. I do think that there's still a Switch 2 port happening next year. So for those that are asking about that, Switch 2 port, I think that's happening as well. So yeah. Thank you for beating the Bears. Need the Lions to beat them to get to the second seed. Okay, you're a Philly fan, Eagles fan. So yeah, I mean, we'll see. Gutty win from the Eagles, although the offense looked bad, but I mean, it was rain. It was like a monsoon out there. So yeah. Good stuff though. Make sure you guys hit that like button though. If you have not hit that like button, hit that like button. Let them know that we're streaming out here. Let's go. Please get that 2 seed. Let's go. Okay, so you feel better. You feel better against the. You said get the 2 seed for the Eagles, so you feel better against the Bears. Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. You're feeling better because like Eagles are obviously the more experienced team and all that. I'll say this though. That offense is humming. Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams, Ben Johnson, that rookie that they had, they've got some players. They've got a good thunder and lightning type of combo at back. The Bears defense is trash, but like that offense can sing. It can and I'm telling you, man, in the playoffs, defense is important, but sometimes it seems like offense is really where it's at, man. Like you got to score points, it seems, you know, so yeah. I don't know. I think either one, whether it's the Bears or it's the Eagles, it's going to be a tough out. Because, you know, right now how the Eagles are playing, I'm like, man, I might want to play against the Eagles. Because their offense is not looking good, you know? So yeah. Yo, Drew Arco with the 5 euros. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. 28 on the board. Thank you for the 5 euros, baby. Appreciate that. Yo, that's a combo breaks around here. Well, almost combo breaks. We got 2 more combos, and we got it. Thank you guys so much. 30-minute extension coming up. 2 more combos. If you want some music, Drew, let me know. Drew supports pretty much every single week or every other week. He's here throwing support, even though it's really late in his neck of the woods. Thank you, man. Bro, I'm reminded that the super silly conversation, how many NBA players can jump into the NFL and vice versa. Some people are wildly dumb about that topic. I mean, like, it's an interesting topic and it's an interesting thing. I think that, yeah, some NBA players can come in and, you know, catch a ball or something. But I think the problem with NBA players would be the consistent beating on the body. I don't think they'd be able to take that physicality for the course of a whole thing. Could they come in and, you know, shoot the ball or catch a ball every now and then, or maybe have a good game? Sure, if they got some practice time. But there's some NFL guys that could come in on an NBA court and play some defense, you know, and pass the ball. Like, there's some guys that can do that. Absolutely, there's some guys that can do that. So yeah. But yeah, it's a kind of a silly thing. But there's just way more positions on the NFL like field, right, than an NBA court. NBA, there's only 5 positions per team that are on the field at any time, so it's more specialized. Whereas NFL, you have 11 different things, and not everybody on the field is doing something important every single time. NBA, it's kind of like that with isolation ball, but it's just more specialized. So obviously it's going to be, you know, less people that can come in and do an NBA job compared to, you know, a 53 man roster compared to a 20 something man roster, right? So, but yeah, there's definitely some NFL guys that can come in and shuffle their feet and play some defense, like a Patrick Beverly, or, you know, or like you know, that one guy. Who's that guy that played for the Bucks? The defensive guy for a long time. Not the Holland guy, but the guy that before that. Tony Delk, like a Tony Delk type of guy. You know, I'm pretty sure there's NFL receivers like, you know, like Puka Nacua that can come in and play some defense, you know, and shuffle his feet. He's got great feet, great hands, can jump. He can play basketball. I mean, I'm pretty sure Puka could come in and play spell somebody at the you know, at the 2 or 3 position. You know, he's tall, 6'2", 6'3", you know. So yeah, there's definitely receivers that could. Let's see here. And 6'4" is shorter than the NBA. I mean, yeah, height is something definitely, but there's guys that are 6'1", 6'2" in the NBA and play just fine, you know. So there's definitely NFL receivers that are 6'3", 6'2", 6'4" that can come in and probably shuffle their feet and play some defense. Not saying that they can become a superstar, but they can come in and probably play and be okay, you know. So yeah, the only position the NBA player can play in the NFL is wide receiver, tight end, probably. There's other positions that some NBA players could play. I think a guy like Donovan Mitchell, for example, I think he could come in, and if he did some training, he could probably play running back. He is fast, and he's a bit thicker than a lot of the other NBA guys. So I think Donovan Mitchell could probably come in and play running back a bit, you know. Probably play like a third down back or something like that, a sprint out back, you know, catching screen passes and things like that. I think there's some of those guys that can also probably come in and play corner. I think some of those NBA guys have good feet, good hand-eye coordination. Some of them could probably come in and play cornerback in the league. I think some of them, you know, like Westbrook, for example, I think he can come in and play safety. I think he can play corner. You know, I think that there's guys, like Patrick Beverly, I think he could probably come in and probably play safety, you know, at his peak. There's definitely some other guys, too, that could probably come in and play as well. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, like, I think it's the physicality, though. I don't know if they'd be able to last the whole season. Just like I don't know how long an NFL guy would be able to last all season. Like, you know, he's probably going to get exposed shooting the ball. You know, they're probably going to be able to play off of him, you know, things like that. But yeah, it's all good, you know. Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett can play ball. I think Myles Garrett could definitely come in to the NBA. And, I mean, he'd have to... You know, I mean, I think he can definitely come into the NBA and probably play backup small forward and not be like a liability out there. He can move his feet. He's big. He's physical. Nobody's going to back him down. He can jump. Yeah, Myles Garrett could definitely come in and play some backup small forward. Kind of like a, who's that one guy that was on the Houston Rockets that's been around for a long time? Kind of like a 3-and-D guy. I forgot his name, but he has all the shoes. I forgot his name, though, but like, yeah. He's like a long-time NBA veteran, played for the Rockets, played for a couple different other teams. I forgot what his name is, but that kind of like a guy like that. Let's see here. I picked up Metaphor ReFantazio for $30. Nice. That's a good deal on the game. That's a very good deal on the game. Very good deal on the game. LeBron could have played in the NFL if he... Yeah, PJ Tucker. That's the guy. Yeah, I think Myles Garrett would be like a PJ Tucker type of guy, you know? When it comes to LeBron, I think LeBron could have played in the NFL if he actually decided to play, like, college and all that. I think he probably could have played in the NFL. Probably could have been like a tight end or something like that. So yeah. Is there any Packers fans in the chat who still Brett Favre fans despite the controversy? I mean, that was a long time ago. I think most of the people that are still Packers fans, I don't think they care about that. They just want to get the next. They're just thinking about if Malik Willis is better than Jordan Love. That's what Packers fans are focused on right now. Do we have a better chance of winning with Malik Willis at quarterback? So yeah. Yo, Dino Fury, thank you for the subscription. Appreciate that. Welcome. F-Zero Mute City. All right, I got you, man. F-Zero Mute City. Thank you for the support. Appreciate that, my man Drew Arco. Let's get some F-Zero Mute City rolling. Yeah, Julius Peppers definitely could have played in the NBA. Once again, like a small forward, you know, PJ Tucker type of situation. Absolutely. So yeah. Antonio Gates is crazy because Antonio Gates never even played football. He just decided to try out and he's like one of the greatest tight ends of all time. Finally here live at LO most of the time I watch the next day. Hey, shout outs to Strange Bender. Oh, is it Strange? Shout outs, man. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming out. Why is everyone's most anticipated 2026 games so far? My most anticipated 2026 games, I have a list coming up. But for me, I think I'm most excited to kind of just see, like, I want to see what's going to happen with Splatoon Raiders. Like, Splatoon Raiders is a very exciting game for me because I don't know what it's about. Like, we know a little bit about what it's about, but there's more, like, to uncover. It's mysterious. So, yeah, definitely Splatoon Raiders, but Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave, that's another huge game. Pokemon Wind and Wave, that's another one. Those three games are probably the games that I'm looking at. And Orbitals, Duskbloods, Fire Emblem Duskbloods because I'm just curious. Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave, Splatoon Raiders, Pokemon Wind and Wave. You know, those are the games that I'm like, okay. And Deca Police. Oh, Deca Police. Definitely looking forward to that game as well, man. I'm excited. I think there's a lot of cool games. Yeah, Marvel Rivals is still coming. The devs finally got a Switch 2 dev kit a while back, so we'll probably see Marvel Rivals announced at a Nintendo Direct in the next year, probably in February. I wouldn't see Marvel Rivals, you know, but it's Marvel Rivals, so it's like whatever. I'm not super excited for that, but yeah, I mean it's coming. That's coming. Yeah, Splatoon Raiders are mysterious for now, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. Yeah, I'm hyped for Fire Emblem though. Says 2026 Nintendo is being too quiet. No, this is pretty much how they always are. They have their big direct, they have their end of the year, and then in 2026 they have their first Nintendo Direct in February or March. It's not. People always say that too, and I don't understand that. Nintendo's being too quiet. This is literally this is what they do every single year since like 2015.
Right now, my most anticipated is Fire Emblem, Pokemon, and for sure Trails in the Sky Chapter 2. Also Monster Hunter Stories 3.
Yep. Those are all really good. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to all those, Justin. I'm looking forward to all that. I think those are all going to be really good. But before we get into the overclock, because we hit the 30 minutes, I mean, people always say they're being too quiet, but it's like, that doesn't make any sense. They have directs at every, like, we've been through this, like, for like the last 10 years. They have directs 3 times a year, usually. They have one at the beginning of the year. They have one in the middle of the year. They have one at the end of the year. Then they have little shows, like they have the Pokemon shows. They have the, you know, the indie shows. They have all this stuff in between. So they just got done launching the system. September, we got a direct. They just released 6 games, 6 major games in 6 months, essentially. So from June or July, more like it, to the end of the year, we had 6 major games. We had a bunch of small games too that were not as big, but small games as well. So we got to let the holiday, let that play out. People are playing the games. People are enjoying. They just had Metroid Prime 4. So let the year finish out. And then next year, that's when you start back up. Okay, when's the direct? All that. But you got to let people breathe a little bit. They just had 6 games, all priced at $70 each. So there's no need for any directs or anything right now. We don't need anything. We just got, like I said, a lot of games. Within the last 2 months, actually, we got 4 games, 3 games, pretty much 3 games. Yeah, we got Hyrule Warriors, we got Kirby Air Riders, and we got Metroid Prime 4 all within about a month span, from November to December. So we just need to relax. Let's get this year done with, and then load back up. Obviously, February, there's what's it called? Well, Animal Crossing's January. But then February, there's Mario Tennis. And then February is probably going to be the Nintendo Direct. So there's going to be a lot of information coming out then. Nintendo's financial sales forecast comes out in February. So we're going to see the sales numbers and all that. So there's going to be a lot. But right now we just need to, everything's fine. It's not that they're being too quiet. It's the same stuff that we go through every single year for the past decade. This is a period where we just need to relax. Let them get a break. Let them go home, be with family, be with friends, and then come back and re-energize. I don't want any new information or news. I just talk about whatever little stuff is coming out, and then let's reload. Let's get back ready for early in the year. So yeah. Don't forget about Saros. Well, yeah, I was talking about Nintendo, but for PlayStation, yeah, Saros is, when is Saros? I think Saros is that, I forgot when Saros launches. I don't remember when it's right. I don't remember when it launches. But yeah, Saros is coming out. I'm looking forward to that game. I don't know if I'm going to buy it day one. It depends on what else I'm going to be playing. But I'm definitely going to play it at some point for sure. I don't think, like, if I could have went back in time, I don't think I would have played Returnal day one. I don't think I would have bought that for $70. Well, I think I would have waited and just bought it for cheaper. But I am looking forward to playing Saros in 2026. Like, I'll play it, but I'll probably wait till there's like a discount or sale, just because, you know, I don't know if I'm gonna ever buy a rogue game, like a rogue game for full price. I don't know if I want to buy rogue games for full price anymore. Not that it's not worth it, but I just don't feel like I want to play like a rogue shooter for $70. That's just not something I feel like doing. You know, so yeah. April. There you go. April. Yes. No, it's all good, Gambit. It's just, like I said, I just hear people say that. I'm like, this is the same thing that we get every single, like, people expect something different, and it's not. They have their directs 3 times a year. They have one in September. They have the rest of the year. We get the games. People are happy, blah, blah, blah. You buy it, whatever. And then next year they load back up. They got some early games. They're going to have their financial forecast. They're going to have their Nintendo Direct in February or March. So it's the same thing every single year. So I don't know why people are thinking, like, oh, it's too quiet. It's like, it's the same thing. It's like what we get every single year. We've gotten that for like the last decade. Combo breaks, overclocks as well. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let's go.
Overclock Buster!
30-minute extension on today's stream. Next one up, in 14 combos, we will have a 45-minute extension. Let's go. Yeah, Pokemon Presents is in February as well. We should see Pokemon Wind and Wave. I mean, that's probably when we're going to see it. Unless there's something, maybe there's something wrong with the game. Maybe they don't want to show it right then. Maybe we'll see it in summer. But yeah, we'll probably see the new Pokemon game for Switch 2 in February as well. So let people relax. You know, like I said, they just released a ton of games. Let people relax, and then we'll get back at it when it comes to like the Nintendo Direct Watch and all that stuff in early next year. Are you planning on buying Virtual Boy from Nintendo Store? I might, just for like novelty's sake, but we'll see. We will see. Let's see here. I felt the same about Dispatch for 30 for a TV show game. I mean, it's $30, so I mean, for me, $30 is fine if I'm gonna buy it at that price. But like, yeah, I'm not buying a rogue game for 70. That's just not something I'm doing. I bought Returnal for 70, and that was a mistake. Not because the game is bad. I just don't feel like I should have spent 70 on it. It's a good game. But yeah, I mean, Saros looks a lot better though. I'll keep it a buck. Saros does look like a lot more expanded and better. But to be honest, I just wish that they actually just made a shooter, just made the third person shooter that you got upgrades and weapons, and then like maybe there's just like a rogue mode on the side, like, oh, here's a rogue mode too, or like, oh, there's a mode that you can use like a rogue mode, like one hit and you're dead, or one hit and like you go back to the beginning. But I just wish that they just built like a 10-hour shooter, like, I don't, you know, that like with the story, like regular story and gameplay and upgrades, and then just add replay value. Like, I still understand the rogue game, but I don't understand like a AAA rogue game, or like I don't understand AAA rogue game. I mean, and I guess maybe Saros probably isn't triple like the triplest of AAA, but like with those graphics and all that, like I don't just I would just like for them to just make a regular game and then just make a rogue mode on top of that. And I know that's a lot of work, but I don't know. It's been a while since Saros, right? It's been I think that there was enough time to make a regular game, you know. But that's just me. Like I said, I'm still not a fan of rogue games. Now, if it's an indie game, I'm more like, okay, I'm more a bit like, okay, I get it. Like you know, like a Hades or like a you know, Rogue Galaxy or not Rogue Legacy or like, you know what? It's like, okay, it's a smaller game. I get that, but like $70 rogue game, it's like, I don't know about that for me at least. I'd rather just have them just build a regular game, you know, for $70 at least. Yeah, Saros looks way better. Saros looks significantly better than Returnal. Justin with the $3 dono. Let's go.
I have way too much to play. I'm good right now. I'm just now getting back to Hyrule Warriors. It's amazing. I can't believe how many good games are in my backlog.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's kind of how it is with me. I'm just getting back to Trails in the Sky, so I don't need any more directs or any new game announcements right now. Can we get a little bit of a break, you know, and let's get play some games, you know, enjoy family and friends, play some games. In just a few months, I'm going to get Final Fantasy VII Remake, Dragon Quest VII, Ys 10, and RE9. Yes, sir. Man, just finished Final Fantasy Tactics Evil's Chronicles. Talk about a remake with love. Yeah, I need to get to that game. That game's on my backlog, and I'm going to get back to that game, too. That game's really good. No reason to get the Virtual Boy unless you're colorblind or myopic. I mean, some people actually have some love for it. Not me. But I like the fact that they're actually having Virtual Boy there for those who are fans of it. I mean, it's there for you if you want it. Let's see here. Oh god, East 10 Nordics, that's coming down the queue. Yes, that's also coming down the queue. Yep, that is. All right, take it easy, MXP. Thanks for coming out to the stream, man. Monolith Soft, I will buy every game they make. I am going to buy Monolith Soft's next game. I don't believe we go past 2026 without getting a new Monolith Soft type, like, announcement for a Monolith Soft game. There's going to be something, whether it's a remake, a re-release, there's going to be something from Monolith Soft in 2026. There's got to be something. You know, there's got to be something. So yeah. Hey, what's up, Epic Globster? Welcome. My backlog is going to have a backlog by the end of 2026. My backlog has a backlog. My backlog has a backlog, you know? Man, that's funny. The backlog has a backlog. Oh, man. They just launched the console. They need a break and focus on making more Switch 2 and stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like, they need this break. But rest assured, the plans are already in motion. Remember, they already got Animal Crossing, Mario Tennis Fever, Pocopia, and Spring Games all laid out. Those are already all laid out. The new Super Mario Bros. Wonder Switch 2 edition. They've got the Yoshi and the Mysterious Book as well. They've already got some stuff laid out. They already advertised Dust Bloods a little bit at the Game Awards. They got Dust Bloods. They got Splatoon Raiders. They've got a number of games already announced for 2026. So yeah, they got Tomodachi Life. They still got Rhythm Heaven. So they've got a lot of games, first party stuff, and there's going to be more that we don't even know about. So like that's the exciting thing, I guess, right? Is like, okay, we got games that we know about, and we even got more games that we don't know about that they're going to be talking about at Nintendo Directs. So that should be fun. Age of Imprisonment is awesome. I love that game. It's very good. I want to get back to it after I'm done with Trails in the Sky, or you know what? I have a backlog. I can't get back to Hyrule Warriors because I need to do Trails in the Sky. I need to do Octopath. I need to do Final Fantasy Tactics. I've got so many games that I need to play. It's crazy how many games that I need to play. My most anticipated games are Mario Tennis Fever, Splatoon Raiders, Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave, Wonder Switch 2 Edition, Yoshi's Mysterious Book, Mario Kart World DLC, potential for Mario 3, Mario 2. Yes, absolutely, man, absolutely. So it's very good, man. It's very good. You need more fiber. Okay. Let's see here. Those games all look really good. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with the Wonder Switch 2 edition. Wonder Switch 2 edition, I want to see what they want to do with that game, because I think that that's a prime opportunity to fix one of the biggest issues in the game that some people had, the boss battles. So if they can actually make some really cool Koopalings boss battles, I think that would be dope, you know? I think that'd be pretty cool. First time playing Xenoblade, just started Xenoblade Definitive Edition. I'm not used to the mechanics, so mainly play Final Fantasy and Baldur's Gate. Yeah, it's very different from those games, but if you keep playing, you'll get used to it. It's great, you know? It's a really good game. It is really good. Hey, what's up, Mr. Davis? I can see your comments. Shoutouts, man. I'm your favorite YouTuber. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate it. Shoutouts. Let's go. Wonder Switch 2 Edition should be good. Hopefully they fix the boss battles. Yeah, like I think that's probably the thing that they can do. Now, it does seem like it's more of like just like a multiplayer expansion, though. It seems like they took the multiplayer seems like it's actually going to be good now. I mean, the multiplayer is okay on the original, but there's not like a ton of stuff to do. So it looks like they're going to actually add in a lot of cool multiplayer modes. But what's the incentive going to be to play the multiplayer? You know, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. If they can really expand this game, I mean, like I said, yeah, make the multiplayer better, make the boss battles better. That'd be great. I can see your comments, Elias. Let me read your comment that you have here. Since 2017, we've got something related Monolith Soft, whether announcement or release, and I'm sure 2026 will be no exception. Yeah, we've pretty much always got something Monolith Soft almost every year, right? Like, so, like, Monolith Soft needs to make an appearance. They need to make an appearance. They really do. It's just it's paramount. It's important. It's something that we just need to see. Make sure you guys hit that like button too. If you have not hit that like button, hit that like button. Let them know that we are streaming. What was that? 11 more combos as well till we get to the 45-minute extension. I can also see your comments. Sparse eyebrows. So, it would be cool if Wonder Switch 2 Edition has 120 hertz mode. That would be cool. I'd be down for that too. Although I probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference. You know, in the game, but that'd be cool. I don't think they're going to though, but that'd be cool. It would be awesome. But based on some of the other Switch 2 editions, we haven't got those yet. Does anybody know, is New Super Mario Bros. I don't think that's 120. Did they put that at 120? I don't know if they did. So we'll see. Oh yeah, I know that you were trolling, but it did let me look at your other comment though, Elias. So it was good that you did that. Monolith Soft to be big in 2026. I hope so, man. I hope so. I really hope that they have some awesome stuff for us in 2026, man. I am so ready. I'm so ready for Monolith Soft. I'm so ready for them to do something. I need to inject that into my veins when it comes to Monolith Soft. Like I need some of that, man. So yeah. Will any of you guys check out the AC update in a couple of weeks? I haven't even got around to Assassin's Creed, you know, yet. I haven't got around to it just because there's so many other games to play. So I don't know if I'm going to, but maybe some other people here will. So maybe some other people will in the chat, but I have not. I have not at this point. Let's see here. When Nintendo first showed 120 FPS, didn't they use Wonder style Mario to illustrate that? It would be weird if they don't. It would be weird if they don't. They did use Mario Wonder, or was it just a Mario? I don't know. I don't know if it was just any Mario. If it was actually, I think it was the Mario Wonder Mario. But yeah, that would be weird if they did. Let me hold up. Nintendo Switch. Wait. Hold up. Let me see here. Nintendo Switch 2 overview trailer. I think they did. I'm gonna check the overview trailer again. Then I'm just gonna look at that 120. Yeah, Vivid LCD HDR support. Larger control sticks. Compatible games. Okay, So yeah, it says smooth gameplay up to 120 FPS. I don't know if it's a Mario Wonder Mario. It looks like just a Mario. I don't think that's a Mario Wonder render. It might be a render that's unique to... You guys take a look. I'll let you guys take a look at it. I don't think it's a Mario Wonder render. But I guess it could be. But I don't think it is. Does that look like Mario? I don't think that's Mario Wonder. I think that just... that might be a whole new render of Mario that we've never seen before. Or is that a Mario Wonder render? You guys let me know. Some of you savants out there, let me know. That doesn't seem like Mario Wonder. Yeah, they didn't spend too much time on it either. Yeah, so they just so that if you got 120 somehow you see more Marios. I don't know. Is this true? I don't even know if this is true. I played Metroid Prime in 120 FPS, and I did not see more. I did not see more Samuses, more first persons, and like I didn't see more Samuses or more bikes going. I don't even know if this is true. This might be false advertising. Oh my gosh, bro. I don't even know what this means, bro. I don't even know what this means because I swear I played Metroid Prime 4 in 60 FPS at 120 and there was not more Samuses moving across the screen. Or if I drove them, there was more bikes. It didn't do whatever this is. It didn't do what this is doing. So whatever this means, Nintendo, sure. Yeah. Either way. Yeah, I don't think that's a Mario Wonder.
Overclock Buster.
Mario Wonder render. So yeah. This is my brain. Yeah, I know, man. It's funny. It's funny. Yeah, I don't think he says they better have 120 FPS mode since Wonder was the game they showed. Yeah, they didn't show. That's not a Wonder render. They didn't show any actual game. It was just a Mario. So yeah, they didn't actually show any actual game. So no, it's not a Mario Wonder render. So yeah. Let's see here. So, oh man, I always thought it was. Yeah, at first it did seem like it maybe was. You know, that, but yeah, it's not. So yeah, it's not. Maybe that was a tease for the next 2D Mario in the future. Hey, maybe. That Mario looks more realistic than Mario Wonder. A Mario, 120 FPS Mario, Mario 120. Thankfully, because of you in the Switch 1 generation, you got me into Xenoblade series by Monolith Soft. Nice, J-Rob. Let's go. Gotta go, Jay. Have a great night. All right, take it easy. Thanks for coming out, Gloria. I appreciate you, young lady. 120 hertz equals shadow clone jutsu. I mean, that's what it seems like. Mario was just hitting them shadow clone jutsus, you know, left and right overall. So yeah, shadow clone jutsus all around. I feel like listening to something else. What am I gonna listen to? Maybe some of this. Yeah, Record of Lodos. Got Streamlabs spam. Shut up, bruh. Mario Paint Music Composer 2.0. There you go. We already have Mario Paint though on the NSO, so it's like, yo, just bring it back. Just get that HD remaster, HD remake, Mario Paint. Let's go. So yeah, HD remake that Mario Paint, the one and only. So yeah. True, that would be fun. That would be awesome. I'd be down. True, but absolutely, man. What's the new about Metaphor? I haven't had time to watch the new video yet. Yeah, that was Metaphor's video, was I think yesterday. And essentially they're just talking, or was that today? I don't remember. Either way, yeah, they were talking about how they don't want to rush into a sequel for Metaphor ReFantazio 2. They're going to take their time and they want to build out this world and stuff like that. So nothing to announce right now when it comes to it. But yeah, they're going to do a sequel, it seems like. So yeah, they're going to do a sequel, but they're not going to rush into it overall. They're not going to rush into it. So yeah. Never played the Dragon Quest games. Look forward to playing 1 and 2 remake. Okay, yeah. 1 and 2 remake are awesome. They're so good. I definitely suggest playing those. Man, they just focus on giving us Metaphor Royal Edition for the Switch. I think that's what they are going to focus on doing. That's why they said they're not rushing into a sequel. I think they're actually just going to get that Metaphor ReFantazio Switch 2 edition ready to go. Probably with some updates, and they're probably, if they do anything, I don't think it's going to be a Royal Edition. I think what it's going to be, I think it's just going to be a free update. I don't think that, I think Atlas has learned their lesson. Believe it or not, I think they've learned their lesson because they've actually acknowledged it. They've never acknowledged that it's not a good practice to constantly do re-releases and then have no connectivity between those re-releases or upgrade paths. They've never acknowledged that with their biggest games, SMT or Persona or whatever, right? But they've been doing it for decades. And I think that this is finally where it's kind of catching up with them when it came to Metaphor. I think people are like, oh, you're not going to get me with this one because Metaphor, in my opinion, like, I think obviously it sold really well off the top, but it's been discounted many times and all that. And like, I think they said 2 million sales. It should have sold better than that. Now, obviously you don't have the big Nintendo base to tap into that would buy this type of game. So, I mean, there's a reason why. I mean, it was Game Pass. So, I mean, like when you're doing your marketing with Xbox, yeah, that's stupid. That's not going to get you more sales when there were guys on PlayStation that didn't know that it was on PlayStation. That they didn't know that it was on PlayStation because Microsoft had marketing rights to it. And Sony never really talked about it. Outside of, they had some trailers on their website, but they didn't talk about it at their events and stuff. So, yeah, I think that's part of the reason why the game didn't sell as well. Yeah, I think that when it comes to Metaphor ReFantazio 2, they're going to take their time. And if they do a Royal Edition, it's going to be a free update. Or it's going to be like a downloadable content, like you can pay for it and you can just buy it and you can ad hoc off your game. Like you're not going to have to, oh, I'm going to buy the Metaphor again. If they do that, I think it's going to crush any chance of that series being something more. Like, I think that people have caught on. I think people are not really going to fall for that. And I think that's why some people are even just waiting to play Metaphor. They're like, oh, well, I don't want to buy it full price because I might have to buy it again full price, or I'm just going to wait for the next version of it, or I'm going to wait for the Switch 2 version of it. Like I have to wait for Persona on Switch 1. So I think there's a number of reasons why people are waiting. So I think Atlus knows that, you know, that's probably not a good idea. You know, build everything you want to build into the game. And if you want new content, that's fine. You don't have to not have new content, but just don't make it to where it's like, it's a whole new game. You got to replay it again. There's no save data carryover. It's a separate SKU. Like if you got Persona 4 Royal on the PS4, if you got Persona 5 Royal on the PS4, you got Persona 5 Royal on the PS5. Those are literally two different games. They're two different SKUs. They don't communicate at all. Like if you played through, like let's just say you want to play Persona 5 in 60 FPS on your PS5. Oh, well, buy the PS5 disc or download the PS5 version. There's no way to say, okay, can I pay $5 or can I do something? Can I just upgrade my PS4 copy? No, you cannot upgrade your PS4 copy. You need to buy the game again. That's ridiculous. That's just silly. It's just silly. So they need to figure that out, you know? They need to figure that out. Paul Gale with the $1 dono. Thank you so much, Paul Gale. Says willing something Star Fox for 2026. For now, any SF music would be great. Stay good, OJ. Hey, appreciate you. Mr. Paul Gale. Make sure you guys check out this channel too. Awesome channel on YouTube. Great friend of mine. Mr. Paul Gale Network. Big love, Paul Gale. Thank you. 35 on the combo board. Let's go. 10 combos away. 1 JoJo away from that 45-minute extension. Hey, yo. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. So I appreciate that support. Thank you so much, man. All right, let's see here. Next one up is you wanted Star Fox. If P5R happens on Switch 2, do you think it'll be an all-new version or upgrade? I think at this point it'd probably be an upgrade, but we'll see, you know. I think they'll probably just upgrade it, but I don't know. There is no upgrade for it, like for Persona 5 at all on any platform. But that would be good if they did. To be fair, Sony does the same a lot. No, they don't. You can upgrade every PS4 copy of a cross-gen game. You can upgrade on the PS. You can pay $10 or there's a free upgrade for. What games are you talking about, G-Vest? Sony does not do that a lot. What are you talking about? Or are you talking about just having a complete edition? Okay, yeah. Sony definitely does do complete editions. Everybody does complete editions. But the difference between everybody else and Atlus is that Atlus makes a new SKU. I don't know if you know the difference between what a new SKU is, but a new SKU it's essentially a different game. There's no communication between those two games. There's no save data transfer. There's no anything. It's literally a different game. So the difference with that is, like, let's say you buy Horizon Zero Dawn, but then you buy Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition. You can download the Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition updates and like the DLCs. You can if you have the base copy, you can download that. You don't have to buy the new SKU or download the new digital game. Literally, you can just update your game, or you can pay the money and you can get that. So no, it's not the same at all. Shout outs to Rena Habag with the 5 gifted members. Yo, shout outs. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for the big 5 gifted. Yo, Rena, 5 gifted. That is so generous and nice of you. 45 on the board. Hey, yo. Let's get you a little bit extra for that, though. Let's go ahead and let's bump that up a little bit more. Let's bump that up. Let's bump it up. Let's get you 15 for that one. 50 on the board. You guys know what time it is. Combo breaks. Overclocks as well. Let's go.
Overclock Buster!
Shout outs. Appreciate that. Okay, but a lot of Switch 2 versions of Switch 1 games are completely different SKUs. No, but you can upgrade all those. Like the Switch 2 edition of Tears of the Kingdom, you can download an upgrade. The Switch 2 edition of Breath of the Wild, you can download an upgrade. Even the Mario Party ones, you can just download, you can pay $20 and use your original game. No, that's not true. A lot of the Switch 2 editions, if there's a Switch 1 copy, you can just pay the money and upgrade it. You don't have to rebuy it. Now, is there a separate SKU for you to buy? Sure, if you want that. I think a lot of you guys are having like comprehension issues. You guys do not understand what I'm saying and the difference between what Atlas is doing and what everybody else is doing. Okay? 99% of the industry, 99.9%, if they release a game and they have an upgraded version of that game, you do not have to buy the new game to literally just play the game again. When it comes to Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild or Horizon Zero Dawn or God of War Ragnarok or a lot of these games, there are upgrades available. You might have to pay for them. They might be free, whatever the case is. But I think a lot of you guys are having trouble understanding what I'm saying. The problem with Atlas's games is that there is no upgrade path. There is no upgrade path to Persona 5. If you bought Persona 5 Royal on PS4, it's just Persona 5 Royal on PS4. If you want to play it at 60 FPS on PS5, you need to buy the game again. Square Enix games are not, we're not talking about Square Enix games. We're talking about Nintendo first party games, right? Are we talking about Nintendo first party games? We're talking about Nintendo first party games. So, you can't upgrade Square Enix, some Sega games, Dragon Quest 1, 2, Right Out Remastered, Sonic Generations, Pac-Man. Yes, I understand that. But all of those came out at the same time. So yes, I get that. But the difference is that Persona 5 Royal is old. You're talking about games that came out at the same time. Sure, it would have been great if you had some of those games that were upgrades. But if you have a Switch 2, you can simply just get the Switch 2 version of the game. We're talking about games that are old. That Persona 5 Royal came out in 2019, and then 3 years later, there's no upgrade path. And then they do this all the time. So you're talking about games that are coming out simultaneously, all at the same time. That is not the case with this Persona 5. That's a difference. That's a big difference. All of those games that you're talking about, once again, are all simultaneous releases. So if I have a Switch 2, it's not like, oh man, like there's no upgrade path for me or anything. I can just get the Switch 2 version right there at launch. Now, yes, for people in the future, I get that 100%. But that's not the same as a game that's old that came out a number of years ago that you already purchased, and then there's no upgrade path to that. That's a very different scenario. That's not the same thing. That's what I'm saying. Some of you guys are not comprehending what I'm saying. You guys are taking different scenarios and taking different things, saying, oh, that's the same. No, it's not. No, it's not. Nobody does what Atlas does. Atlas is like the only person that does this in this type of way, where you'll sit there, a game is 3-4 years old. It's the same game. It's not a new game. It's the same game. Now, Sega, I'll give you this, Felipe. Sega with Sonic Cross Shadows Generations, yes, that should have been something, that should have been an upgrade for Switch 2. So yes, but once again, that's the same damn company. That's the same company. Atlas and Sega are the same company. It's the same damn company. So, shout outs to your boy with the $10 dono. Says, what's up, OJ? What's up, chat? Hey, what's up, bro? Thank you for the big $10. Yo, we out here. JoJo boys. I appreciate that. Thank you for the big $10 dono. Appreciate that, my boy. Let's go. It's like, ain't that cute? But it's the same company! Yeah, you're right about that. But it's the same company! Yo, let's go. Noah Meal flying through the sky. Noah Meal flying through the skies. Let's go. 1 hour, baby. Oh my gosh. All right, shout outs though, guys. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you, Felipe. I like the discussion. Discussion's good. Discussion's good. Atlas charges you full price for the game for DLC. It's wild. They just need to give an upgrade path. That's all. It's not like it's a hard thing to do either. Just give an upgrade path. They'll still make their money. I don't know what Atlas factors this into their business sales. They need to stop. They need to just factor in, and it's easier. It's so much easier to just make a downloadable content, and then you can print a disc that has everything on there, then charge the price that you want to charge. Just give your existing customers a chance to upgrade. I think Atlas thinks they're going to lose money, but it's a stupid practice. And once again, it's going to catch up with them. Eventually, it's going to catch up with them. And, you know, now 20 years later since they started doing it, I mean, they did it a lot. I mean, they did it in the PS2 days. They did it the PS3 days. They've been doing it for generations and decades. This is something that's been passed down from, like, you know, like the forefathers of Atlas and stuff, you know? So they've been doing it for a long time. But I think at this point, I think it's catching up to them. I think where it caught up to them was Metaphor. Metaphor definitely would have sold better if people weren't apprehensive. Like, people weren't apprehensive about Atlas doing Atlas things. You know, because they just did it again. Obviously, SMT5 Vengeance. But I don't count SMT5 Vengeance as much because that was an exclusive to the Nintendo Switch 1. So it was for the first time for other people, right? If you didn't play it on Switch 1, or if you just want to play it at 60 FPS, right? It was a brand new game. So I don't count that as much. I don't count that as so much of a negative compared to the other stuff, you know? So yeah. Two Stupid Dog reference. I wasn't expecting that. shout outs to those who knew what that reference was. Shout outs to Two Stupid Dogs. Yeah, I used to watch this show a lot back in the day. You know, like, I don't know, 30 years ago. That show was. I don't know if it's a good show, but I watched it a lot. I don't know if it's a good show though. People don't talk about that show like it's like incredible, but I did watch the show a lot, and I thought it was good. But I'm not sure how anybody that was alive back then that was watching Two Stupid Dogs, let me know if you think it's a good show or not. I don't know if it is. But yeah, it's fun. It's got its moments. That was one of the best skits in there. Was that ain't that cute? But it's wrong. Hit that like button. All 200 of you watching, please. Yes, sir. Yo, Ralphie. Thank you for the $10 dono. We are going even further beyond. 70 on the board. Ayo, let's go, guys. 30 more combos. Platinum streak. Thank you, guys. 90 on the board for the platinum streak. Yo, let's go. Yeah, Vengeance was goated. Vengeance is really good. So, I mean, I love Vengeance. I think it's great. I think it's really good. Isn't that cute? It says, ain't that cute? But it's wrong. I was a Ren and Stimpy fan. I'm pretty sure Two Stupid Dogs is like a Ren and Stimpy type clone. Like, they saw how good Ren and Stimpy was doing. They're like, let's make something like this. So I think there was other shows that were like stupid shows where it'd be like stupid animals that, you know, a lot of shows built off of Ren and Stimpy. Like what Ren and Stimpy did in the early 90s. They were trying to be like Ren and Stimpy or have elements of Ren and Stimpy. Now, I know for a fact, Ren and Stimpy's an incredible show. That show is goated because everybody talked about Ren and Stimpy all the time. Schoolyard, whatever, work. People would talk about how funny, how gross, but funny Ren and Stimpy is as a show. And if you go back and watch the show, it's insane that it's a kid's show. It probably shouldn't be a kid's show, but it's really good. It's the jokes, you know, they kind of stand the test of time. It's kind of so stupid that it's funny at times. It's like Powdered Toast Man flying backwards, you know, like just weird stuff, you know, but it's a good show. It's that show's good. I know that show's good. Yeah. Cow and Chicken was definitely like a Ren and Stimpy type clone show as well. Yeah. Cow and Chicken is like 100% Ren and Stimpy, like influence, like 1000%. So there was a number of shows that were kind of like building off of what Ren and Stimpy did, you know? Let's see here. So yeah. Yeah, there's I Am Weasel. I Am Weasel, that was part of like Cow and Chicken, right? I Am Weasel, Cow and Chicken. That was like all part of like the same thing, right? Let's see here. Cat Dog, yeah, a little bit of Cat Dog. I'd even say to a degree, Angry Beavers was a little bit of like trying to be like Ren and Stimpy. You know, Dag and Norbert or whatever those, like one of them was smarter, the other one was stupid. You know, like, so yeah, Angry Beavers, which I think that show was okay. I don't think it was I think that show was it was okay. It was okay. Kind of weird humor at times, but okay. It wasn't as good as Ren and Stimpy, but it was okay. So yeah. Rocko's Modern Life, a little, like, Rocko's Modern Life, like, I look at that show and I think I don't know if it was trying to be like Ren and Stimpy, but I mean, I'm pretty sure, yeah, they were influenced a little bit by it. But I think Rocko's Modern Life had its own vibe. Like, it had its own vibe, it had its own style, like, it had its own thing that kind of went for it. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Rocko's Modern Life, but the flow of Rocko's Modern Life was definitely different. But yeah. Kenan and Kel was the real life version. yeah, Kenan and Kel. I don't think they were trying to copy Ren and Stimpy though. I don't think they were trying to, but yeah, Kenan and Kel definitely felt like real life Ren and Stimpy at times, yeah. Kenan and Kel's great though. I love that show. It's really good. It's a good show. Rocko was more about the writing. A lot of adult jokes hidden in plain sight. I mean, to be honest, I don't think it was even hidden. Like, Rocko's Modern Life just had flat out stuff that there's no way it could pass. Like, they had, like, you know, nudist shows and, like, nobody batted an eye back. But it wasn't even really hidden. It was, like, right out in front. They literally had a show where adults were, like, naked on a kid's show, like, nudist show. Where they're just, like, covered up barely. And it was like, oh, okay. Which, that would never fly in today's TV. But I kid you not, guys. Go watch the episode. This was airing regular kids TV. Legit nudist episode of Rocko's Modern Life. Where scantily clad nudist adults are just there in the backyard. And it's like, it's really strange. Now that you go back and look at it, it's like, whoa. Kid show, right? Yeah, I guess. But yeah, some of it was hidden, but others was like, it's not hidden at all. They just did it because back then it was like, I don't know. There was a little bit more of a tolerance for certain themes, sexualized themes, if it was a cartoon. In today's day, you got to be more cognizant of that. But back then it was like, oh, it's a cartoon. Who cares? It's not actually nude. You know, it's not real. It's a cartoon. But now you got to pay attention to that stuff. But back then, it was like, yeah, parents saw it, but parents didn't trip like that because it was like, oh, it's a cartoon. Oh, well, you know, like, whatever. So what, nudist? So what? Who cares? You know? But now in today's day, I mean, obviously, yeah, you don't want your kids watching. You probably don't want your kids watching that, right? So, yeah. I guess I meant hitting that kids weren't going to get it. Well, the funniest thing is that I got it right away. Like, you know, I guess I wasn't a kid, but when I saw that nudist episode, I was like, nudist, you know? So, I mean, like, but like I said, I think that the problem with it, it's like, it's hard to talk about it in today's day because the mindset of children and the mindset of parents in 1994 or whatever was completely different than it is 30 something years later, right? Like the mindset of a parent and what their kids consume or what they are going to watch or not is different. At least any normal parent, not ratchet ones or ones that are crazy, but normal parents, the mindset's different than what it was back then. So it's not like our parents were like, oh, you know, they didn't notice things or didn't want us not. I mean, some of us couldn't watch Beavis and Butthead, right? Obviously that show, you could clearly see it. And that was clearly a show that parents were like, no, like you can't watch that. I remember my parents saying, no, you can't watch Beavis and Butthead. So it wasn't like they were against banning it or stuff like that. And that was a cartoon, right? But I think the difference is that like with Rocko or with Ren and Stimpy, it was so silly looking that no parents took it seriously. Now in today's day, a lot of parents take everything seriously with cartoons. They take everything. It can be a cartoon, but if there's sexual innuendo or jokes, that's bad. Like people are going to call that out. Like it's going to be called out instantly on Twitter, on social media. Back then we didn't have Twitter. We didn't have social media. We didn't have all that. So parents weren't looking at it like that. They just weren't, you know, it had to be overt and obvious, like a Beavis and Butthead, right? Like that was pretty overt, not a kid's show. And a lot of parents were like, no, you can't watch that, you know? I mean, I still watched it every now and then whenever I got the opportunity, but I didn't like it that much anyway. I didn't like the music on there because I wasn't into that type of music back then. I didn't like the show that much anyway, and I thought the animation looked trash. I thought the drawing was garbage. I hated it. So it wasn't like I was big on that show anyway. So yeah. Back in the 90s, what's up, Juice? Back in the 90s, name of the game was being edgy. Yeah, but like even back then in the 90s, it wasn't seen as that. Like I see what you're saying, right, Juice? But it wasn't seen as edgy. Sexual themes in kids shows were just seen as silly. They were just seen as, oh, it's something later you do. Oh, it's just something later. A sexual theme in a kids show like Rocko's Modern Life, like a nudist, it was funny nudist. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, and I'm telling you from experience, it wasn't like, and I think you know this too, it wasn't like, oh my gosh, nudist, like how could you do this for the kids? That's how it is in today's day. And rightfully so, right? You don't need that stuff in kids shows. But back then it wasn't seen, it was just seen as, okay, yeah, it's like, nudists. Like, yeah, nudists are out there, right? They're just, they're making fun of it. So it's seen differently. It's not seen as trying to be some type of, oh, they're trying to push some type of, everything's like an agenda now pushing, right, that we got. But back then it wasn't seen as that. It was seen as making fun of something that is definitely a thing that kids might run into. You might run into that. You know what I'm saying? So it was just different how the mindset was. Because my parents were absolutely cognizant of what we were watching on TV and all of that. And I watched all that stuff, all those kids shows and all that stuff back then. And my parents, they were looking. But when they saw it, they didn't care. They didn't think anything of it. Whereas in today's day, the parents would absolutely care. It's not that my parents weren't any less, cognizant of, making sure that we didn't watch bad things. It's just the mindset was different back then. Oh yeah, funny, nudist. It's not real though. It's just, they look silly. It's animals, Like, whereas in today's day, no, those are metaphors for kids, and those can be like, it's just different. The mindset is different, Social media has opened us up to all the poison that could potentially hit your kid or poison the mind, right? Back then we didn't have that. So parents thought differently back then, So yeah. Scary Dog on the Farm. Oh, that was Courage the Cowardly Dog. That show, I mean, that show didn't really have anything too bad though. Like, I don't think that show did, and that show was a bit later down the line. But that show didn't, I mean, there were some things, but not really, So yeah. This is so on point. My parents were hesitant to let us play an M-rated game for blood and gore without looking at it first. They were like, yeah, it's all fake, that. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like, yeah, the M-rated games, like when the ESRB happened, my parents let me play Mortal Kombat and all that, but like, they didn't like it. I'll tell you that right now. Like, they didn't like it. They didn't like it, but they're like, hey, they had to talk with us. This is fake. It's not real. You don't hit people like that. This isn't something that's normal. So they had the little talk with us because, Mortal Kombat, that was the whole game that got ratings, right? So I was in the thick of that. I was right there, baby. I was in the thick of it, So when that happened, my parents found out about that. And my mom started being a bit more like, okay, what are you guys renting and what's happening? And she saw it and she didn't like it, but she was like, okay, like it's a game, remember it's a game and you don't hit people, you don't throw spears and say, come over here. And, so she just had a talk with us. And after that, it was like, all right. And then after that point, I was already old enough to just buy mature games on my own. But yeah. My parents said, heck to the no, G. Yeah. I mean, when GTA came out, I was already old enough to buy mature rated games, so it didn't really matter for me for GTA or for stuff like that. But yeah. Even something as simple as Animaniacs used to say "Hello, nurse" when they brought the show back a few years. They no longer say it. I mean, that wasn't even that bad, but yeah, Animaniacs had a few adult jokes here and there. But once again, I think it was silly. I don't think it's necessarily that much of a problem. Like, even if you aired old Animaniacs episodes in today's day, like, yeah, there's a few things here and there, but it's not that bad, Excuse me. And I love Animaniacs too, by the way. Animaniacs is a great show. One of the greatest shows of all time. One of the greatest cartoons of all time. Yeah, you got a point there. Like remnant from the 80s where kids were figuring stuff out on their own. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, the thing about it back then, let me tell you another thing right now. And this is like I said, this is no hate towards anything. But there is a paranoia about some parents and what their kids see, at least back then. Let me tell you what it was back then. It might still be like that now, but you got to be on the down low about it now. But back then, there was a little bit of push to make sure that your kids know a little bit of sexual things here and there ahead of time. Just because, depending on the parent, you felt, like I said, this is not everywhere, but they felt that it could sway you one way or another. That was the thought process. I'm just telling you what it was back then. So parents weren't always 100% against every single little thing with sexual innuendo, especially if you saw something and you thought that you liked it, and your dad or your mom will look at it, oh, okay, little Timmy likes this really good-looking woman. Okay, yeah, you can't watch that, but yeah, it's okay. So it's like, there was a lot of that back then. Now, like I said, I don't know about today's day, but back then, there was definitely some of that. There was like, for some parents, some relief. For other parents, maybe not so happy. But I can tell you that was a thing. I saw it firsthand with friends of mine and like some of the younger kids and some of the stuff that they would say, and the parents would be like, "Yo, don't do that," but that's good. It's good that's what you like, you know? So yeah. Oh man. Excuse me. Sorry guys, just getting over this last bit. I don't know what this thing killed me, man. This virus got me, brother. This virus got me, but I'm okay. I'm recovering. Dan Dips Queso with the $5 says, DJ OJ, put the mustard on the wheat though. Castlevania 64 Mega Man X tracks jams though. I got you, fam. Thank you so much for the support, Dan Dips. Let's go with Mega Man. Mega Man X music. Let's go with Mega Man X. You know you give me an option between Mega Man and Castlevania. That's like picking between your kids. But Mega Man X is better than Castlevania 64, so there you go. Get the Spark Mandrill in the house. Yes, sir. Yep, it was totally a thing. It was totally a thing. It was totally a thing. 100% a thing. So, yeah, that was a thing that some parents were like, all right, we got to let them see a little bit, you know what I'm saying? You got to get a little bit of action in there. Because we don't want it to be to where it's like, no, they don't like that, certain things. So, I don't want that. So a little bit is good. I remember the show SWAT Cats, the electric guitar music intro was epic. However, a lot of citizens died on that show from the villain. Yeah, shout outs to SWAT Cats. That was a great show. Me and my brother and me loved that show. We used to sit down and watch it all the time back in the early 90s. So yeah, shout outs to SWAT Cats, man. What's up, Pamo? Welcome. Roger Rabbit wasn't for kids. I totally watched Roger Rabbit. It was whatever, you know. Shout outs to Roger Rabbit though. That was a landmark show back in the day, or movie back in the day. Did you like Fire Emblem 3 Houses more or Engage? I felt like Houses was much better. Engaged and it's kind of meh. Gameplay wise, I think Engage was a bit better at times for me. But story wise and all that, I think 3 Houses was better. So yeah. Quick question for everyone. When is Power World getting added to the Switch 2? Yeah, right. I don't think Power World's coming to Switch 2 anytime soon. SWAT Cats ended because Cartoon Network didn't want to own a cartoon show at the #1 spot that was violent. Sad, because it was great. Was that really the reason why it ended? It ended because they didn't want to They didn't want to own a #1 show that was like, that's stupid. That's the dumbest thing that I've ever heard. I remember there was supposed to be like a reboot, but then that never worked out either. So yeah, there was also that too. Shout outs, Alex, man. I appreciate you coming out to the stream, but stop spamming, my boy. I'm just gonna time you out for 1 minute. Let's see here. You don't want Power World anyway. It's not that good. Oh, I already know. I already know Power World's not that good. It's actually not very good at all. I put 30 plus hours into or about 30 hours. I don't remember exactly how much hours I put, but I put enough time into it to realize that Power World is just a bad game. It's not a complete game. It's not very good. But I mean, I guess it's a start. When it comes down to it. But I mean, they're not done with the game. Obviously, it's not finished. But when I played it, no, it's not very good. I put 36 hours into 36.1 hours into the game. And yeah, it's not very good. But you know, it's there. It's a game. There are people that like it a lot. So yeah. Yes, that's why there was only one season. That's so stupid. That's such a stupid reason. SWAT Cats is great, man. It's such a great show. So stupid that they ended. I'm gonna rewatch the show. They were supposed to bring it back, but yeah, something happened to where it never came back. The Shark Brothers? Street Sharks? I'd rather play Power World than Pokopia Slop. Well, I mean, Pokopia is not out yet, so I don't know if it's going to be Slop yet. But I almost guarantee, for me at least, Pokopia is going to be better than Power World. Because the people that made Pokopia, the people that made Dragon Quest Builders. And Dragon Quest Builders, dookies and a half on Power World. Dragon Quest Builders 1 and 2 are way better than Power World. Like, significantly better. Even still to this point. You update Power World all day. It ain't better than Dragon Quest Builders 1 and 2. So, the people that made Dragon Quest Builders 1 and 2, they're making Pokopia. So, I'm almost positive. I'll roll the die with the Dragon Quest Builders developers and Koei Tecmo. I'll roll the die with them over Power World. But that's just me. That's just me. I don't know. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. But I trust the Dragon Quest Builders developers more than Power World. So, yeah. I like using the word slop. You're like Ralph, Felipe, sometimes. I remember Biker Mice from Mars, but I remember that show just not really liking it that much. Dragon Quest Builders 2 is a blast. I wonder how it runs on Switch. I remember it ran a little rough on PS4. I think it also runs a little rough here and there on Switch. I think if you play it on Switch 2, though, I think it's a lock 30 if I'm not correct. But I don't remember. I don't know. But yeah, there was definitely some frame rate dips and stuff on Switch 1. But yeah, it's a good game though. Bubblegum. It's a good game. Kids nowadays missed out on the real cartoons. They really did, man. But they can watch them on YouTube. So I mean, like if they really want to see it, so they can watch them on YouTube. Movies had cartoons and tie-ins back then. Men in Black, Godzilla, Beetlejuice, James Bond Jr. Oh yeah, they did. A lot of those. Dragon Quest 7 remakes gameplay trailer from a couple days ago looks really good. Yeah, I'm just ready for that game because that game is like they've already shown a lot of it, so I'm just ready for that game to come out. It looks really good. I'm looking forward to the game a lot. So looking forward to it quite a bit. Jackie Chan show, yes sir. Jackie Chan show. There's all sorts of good shows back then. All sorts of good shows, man. Yo, Justin with the $3 dono.
Dragon Quest Builders 2 is actually 60 FPS on Switch 2.
Nice. Okay, so it was an uncapped frame rate on Switch 1. So then when you play the Switch 1 version on Switch 2, it just runs it better. Nice. That's really good. Really, really, really good. So Dragon Quest Builders running at 60 FPS on Switch 2. Says Power World would be 100 on Switch 2 with an $80 would be 100 on Switch 2 with the $80 price tag. $80 price. So would it be 100 or 80? Which one? Yo, Anthony Cooper. Yo, what up, Anthony Cooper? Big Anthony back in the stream. What's up, baby? Good to see you here, brother. Thank you for the big 20. Says, that was a good game, my dude. Bears versus 49ers. I'll be working a lot more for these 2 weeks in Soldier Field. We are in the playoffs, baby. Dub Bears. Miss you lots. Hey, miss you too, brother. Hey, it's good to see that you're working over there for the Bears, baby. Working for Ben Johnson, essentially. There you go. I like that, man. Glad that you're working over there for the Dub Bears. Yeah, great game, man. Great game. Came down to the wire. You guys are going to get a home playoff game, you know? It's just a matter of what seed do you want? The 7th seed is pretty much locked in. I think the 7th seed is Green Bay. So who do you want? You might want to lose this game. Maybe you want to lose and get the 3 seed. You get the Rams, or do you want Green Bay? Which one do you want, you know? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the Bears' options are or what they feel they should do. For the Bears fans that are here, who do you feel more confident beating? Do you feel more confident beating the Packers, or do you feel more confident beating the Rams? I would say try to get the 2 seed and get the Packers. Packers aren't as good as the Rams, but the Packers know you more than the Rams know you, you know? So, yeah, that's an interesting situation that they're going to have to deal with. Thank you so much, Big Anthony Cooper. Yo, thank you for the big 20, man. I appreciate that, fam. Let's go. 4 JoJo boys. We're 2 combos away from that platinum, baby. And we've got a brand new Hoka or Stream Ninja on the board as well. Thank you so much, Anthony. Big Elite Ninja round table. Good to see you here, man. If I can get your name right, that's what I can do. Just put A Cooper. Just some Metroid music too. Barely, I mean, Caleb Williams looking like Samus out there. Let's go. Let's go ahead and get you on the board here as well. A Cooper as well. Let's go. And get anybody does 20, they can swipe the board. $20 or more on the Elite Ninja and the Hokage. 2 combos to get the platinum 90 streak. Let's go. Wishes MK1 would have gotten saved. I don't know what the future looks like for Mortal Kombat. Yeah, we'll see what happens. As a kid, I never went down the Barbie aisle. LOL. You never went down the Barbie aisle? Okay. I mean, I've seen the Barbie aisle before. I mean, I had sisters, so we definitely looked down the Barbie aisle. Barbie was popular, man. I mean, Barbie's still popular today's day, but Barbie was really popular back in the day. Barbie always been popular, though, since like the 50s or something like that, or like the 60s. Barbie been popular for a long time. So tough. Yeah, it was a tough game, man. Hey, yo, what's up, Ag-Chi? Welcome to the stream, brother. Hey, Happy New Year, man. Good to see you here. Welcome to the stream, like always. Welcome. I think Monolith Soft is a favorite. Do you guys think Monolith Soft is the one more big thing? Or do you think it's Mario? So, yeah. You think it's Mario? Mario. When you work at Toys R Us, you walk down the Barbie aisle. That's true. I mean, at some point, but Toys R Us is no longer a thing anymore, so at least not everywhere. I think everyone in the NFC is glad they don't have to play in Lambeau this year. Yeah. Playing in Lambeau is tough, and it's cold. OJ, let's get the #1 seed on Sunday and have the home field in the Super Bowl. Yeah, Saturday. What's up, Black Star? Can't be worse than Highguard at the Game Awards. Man, listen, Highguard might be good, though. That's from, like, Apex developers, right? And Titanfall developers. I think people are just tired of, you know, hero shooters with, like, Killmonger-looking guys. The problem is that they be making all these there's always, like, one Killmonger black guy or something, or mixed guy, you can't tell. But, like, there's always, like, one Killmonger-looking guy, you know? It's like they always do this. If you're a game developer, please stop making Dread Killmonger-looking black dudes in the trailers. That's not gonna get anybody hyped. It's just not. And then on top of that, it's a hero shooter. If it was like Titanfall, or if it was like a regular shooter or something, I think that makes sense. But people are so tired of hero shooters. The game's probably gonna be high quality. Like it's probably gonna play good. But man, like right now, people are just tired. Concord, you know, People are just tired. If I was them, I would have got a license to DC or something like that and just made a DC Marvel Rivals clone. I would have just done that. If you want to make a hero shooter in this, it better be actual heroes. It better be an actual like property that's like for real, for like actual real heroes. If you want to make a hero shooter, because if you're making something in today's day, you're gonna get people just upset. Shout outs to Johnny with the $5 dono. And says, thanks for all the great content this year. OJ, Happy New Year. Hey, appreciate that, fam. Happy New Year, brother. Thank you for the support, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. Let's go. 103 on the board. And you guys know what time it is. Let's go. Limit break, boys. Let's go. That will have a long lifespan, yeah. Concord, Overwatch, Valorant. Yo, shout outs to Anthony. Big love from Anthony. And he says, and tell Spawnwave to give you your flowers for Claire Obscure take over the game awards. You called that. I did call that. I called Claire Obscure from day one. I said, Claire Obscure is probably going to be game of the year. It's going to be an incredible game. It's going to review really well. I called Claire Obscure. They were making fun of me, though. Well, at least RGT was making fun of me, because he always makes fun of me. Whenever I say an RPG is going to be good, RGT always makes fun of me. He always like laughs at me. And then I'm right, though. It's like 2 years in a row I've been right. Metaphor, I was right about Metaphor. I was right about Claire Obscure. So 2 years in a row, been right both years. He also laughed at me a little bit about Xenoblade 3. I was like, yo, Xenoblade 3 is going to be a highly rated game. It's going to review really well. It's going to be good. He laughed about me about that. I was right about that too. So, you know, you can count in Xenoblade 3 as well. So yeah. 007 has Killmonger character. No, that's different. That's Lenny Kravitz. Like, he's an actual legend, though. He's not a... This man just said Lenny... Did you just say Lenny Kravitz? Did you just say Lenny Kravitz is a Killmonger? No, he's not. You're talking about the villain? That's not Killmonger, dude. That's freaking like an actual real person. Killmonger is not a real person. Killmonger is fake. Lenny Kravitz is real. Shouts to Anthony Cooper. Thank you for another $20 dono. Let's go. Shout outs, man. I appreciate that. And he doesn't have the Killmonger. He just has dreads. He just has dreads. Big love. Thank you for the big 20. That gets you up as the Hokage. Yeah. 90 on the streak, too. 90 on the streak, though. Yo, Cooper. Thank you for the big 40. Anybody that's 40 more, you can be my man, Cooper. On the board. Hey, yo. Thank you for the support, brother. I appreciate that. 20 for the ninja board. 123. We are going.
Even further beyond.
Lenny Kravitz from Hitman. I mean, 007. Lenny Kravitz is not Killmonger, bro. He was here way before Killmonger. Way before, the Killmonger haircut got popular. That was from Black Panther. Like, the Killmonger haircut got popular because of Black Panther. Because of Michael B. Jordan. That's the reason why that wasn't even his real hair. That was just like a wig. So, like, the reason why the Killmonger got popular was because of Michael B. Jordan in Black Panther. Lenny Kravitz is an icon before Black Panther Killmonger. The new Black Panther Killmonger. Well, I shouldn't have to explain this. Okay, Lenny Kravitz is like 60 years old. He's been rocking dreads, for a long time. That is not the same thing. That's stupid. So yeah. What's the most generic, corny hip-hop that you can get from casino keyboard preset? Yeah, to me, it's not even about that. It's just to me, it's like the hero shooter is getting played out. A lot of people are tired of it. A lot of people are getting tired of the hero shooter, So they're going to have to think of something new. They're going to have to think of something different, So yeah. People showing their age in the chat. Excuse me. So if you guys have questions too, you can tag me at PlayerEssence #points. You guys give some love to Anthony Cooper with the back-to-back big donos. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I gotta get my next time I'm on the Spawncast, I'm gonna get my flowers. I'm gonna retrieve my flowers. So yeah, I'm gonna retrieve my flowers next time. I'm gonna retrieve them. If anyone is Killmonger, LTD J Cole. I mean, J Cole doesn't really have a Killmonger haircut, but I mean, I guess. All right, we're gonna go over some other news though for today, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. For those who missed it, looks like Capcom is going to be doing Monster Hunter Wilds for the Switch 2, so we'll see how that actually looks or turns out. Then we are going to discuss some other stuff. We got to discuss some other stuff. Donkey Kong Bonanza surge back up to the top of the eShop charts as more and more people pick up the Switch 2. They pick up the best game. What's the best game? Donkey Kong Bonanza. So far on the Switch 2. So Donkey Kong Bonanza back to number 1 on the eShop charts after being not number 1 for a while. But the evergreen sellers doing really good. I like what I'm seeing here. Top 10 is looking really good. Donkey Kong Bonanza, Pokemon Legends ZA, love those 2 games. Those were in my top 3. Mario Kart World in at number 3. More people are actually picking up Mario Kart World, actually buying it. Kirby Air Riders, Super Mario Party Jamboree Switch 2 Edition, Metroid Prime 4, Cyberpunk with the, hopefully you got it for the 17th, Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, Hades 2, Hogwarts Legacy, also Zelda Breath of the Wild Switch 2 Edition coming in at number 12, Tears of the Kingdom in at number 15, Fantasy Life I back in the top 15. There's a sale going on for Fantasy Life I. How much is that sale for, though? Does anybody know how much that sale for Fantasy Life I is? Let me look. I can look it up. Fantasy Life I, the girl who steals time. I can look it up on Nintendo's web page. But I need to go on Google because this one's stupid. Fantasy Life. Yeah, I need to see that. I need to get back into that game myself. I think they're selling it for like, what, $44 now for Fantasy Life I? Yeah, there's a sale going on till July 8th. So you can get Fantasy Life I on Switch 2 for $46. So it's $46 right now. So that's why it's jumped back into the top 15. That game had been out for a while. People were just waiting for a discount for that game. Hit a discount, got some new DLC, been selling a lot better. 1.5 million units sold. That game hasn't showed up in the top sales charts for Xbox or PlayStation, so I'm pretty sure the large majority of the sales are Switch 1, Switch 2, and maybe PC here and there, but probably just Switch 1 and Switch 2 for the majority of that game sales. So yeah, awesome stuff there. When I was at Walmart, there was only 4 or 5 Switch 2s left. That's a good sign people are picking up the system. It's not necessarily... Here's the thing, though, guys. I wouldn't look at how many are left on a shelf as if it's a good sign or not. People tried to do that and say, the Switch 2's not selling because it's on store shelves. They did that all throughout the year. The Switch 2's selling fine. So, selling more than fine. It's selling really good. It actually just passed up... I think Nintendo Nukem was here earlier. But it actually just passed up the Wii U, the Vita, and the Dreamcast. I mean, in the UK. But it passed up the lifetime sales of all of those systems already. So, I mean, it's one of those things to where you can't say that it's a... Listen, I saw one Xbox Series X on my store shelf at my Walmart. When I went to Walmart the other day. I saw only one Xbox Series X. That means it's selling, right? No, not necessarily. So, I mean, it's like, you gotta wait for the sales numbers. You gotta wait for... You gotta see the interaction online. You gotta see, like, what people are actually saying. But, for me, I look at it this way. Like, here's what I look at. I think one way to really take a look and say, okay, how's the system doing? Like, what's going on? You know, is that I like to take a look at Amazon. I think Amazon is a way to kind of just get a little bit of an idea. Is it the be all end all? Absolutely not. Not even close. But you can see spikes in sales. So if you go on Amazon, what's the best selling systems? Obviously, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo Switch 2, if you click on Nintendo Switch 2 on Amazon, it shows you in your area or location how many are moving. I sold 100K plus units the past month, just on a distributor, a limited amount of distributors or who they've pulled on Amazon, right? That's pretty good. Now, when the system first launched, they were like at 40K, it went up to 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100K. 100K plus the past month, right? So I think if looking at stuff like that, people are buying the system regularly on Amazon. You can look at the Japanese sales charts, right? You can look at that and say, okay, it's selling pretty good in Japan. So there's going to be a cognizant or somewhat mirroring when it comes to how it's selling in the US and Europe. I think right now, like the strongest region might be Japan for the Switch 2. It's like right up there with the US, which I think Nintendo definitely wants to rectify that because the US has way more people, but the buying patterns and buying habits in the US are changing. Rapidly changing in terms of what people are spending their money on and all that. And obviously Nintendo's gonna have to bring the next new Zelda, the next new Mario, some of those games to kind of get a bit more, right? But it's still doing good. So I do think that like you can look at stuff like that and kind of get an idea of like how something is doing. So yeah, that's kind of how I look at it, at least. Xbox Series, I think if you go like Xbox Series X, right? Do they sell the Xbox Series X? They do. And like, let's say, okay, so like you click on the Xbox Series X, right? On Amazon, and how much does it tell you it's selling? 10K bought in the last month. You guys see what I'm saying here? So you can see that big discrepancy between it's selling 10 times, the Switch 2 on Amazon is selling 10 times better than the Xbox Series X right now. It's 10 to 1. 10K in the past month for the Xbox Series X, 100K plus in the past month for the Switch 2. So that's how you can kind of see it. And obviously that mirrors what we've heard so far with the sales numbers, that the Switch 2 is just blowing the doors off of the Xbox Series X, right? We know that. So then you look at the PS5, for example, and while I do think it does say 20K sold, there's so many different variations of the PS5, they're all selling. There's so many different bundles, like they have Fortnite bundles, they have Pro systems, they have all digital, they have one with physical, they have so many different variations. If you add up all of those, it's probably equal to Switch 2 or maybe a bit higher, right? Because it's just like, wait, the PS5 disc edition console slim, 20K sold. Okay, the let's see here, yeah, because they have just so many variations that they all add up. Like yeah, like the PS5 1TB Fortnite Flowering Chaos bundle. Okay, that moved 10K in the past month, so that's 30. And you just start adding up everything, right? They've got a PS5 plus $100 gift card, whatever. You know, they have just so many variations and bundles that are all on the main page when you click on PS5. PS5 Battlefield bundle, like Battlefield bundle. You know, so there's just all sorts of stuff. The PS5 Pro, that sold another 10K in the past month. So when you add all that up, yeah, it's high. You know, so yeah. That's kind of how I look at it. That's kind of how I see it, you know, when it comes down to that. But yeah, Switch 2 is selling good. I mean, obviously it's selling good. Yeah, like I said months ago, it doesn't matter how many Switch 2s left on store shelves. People are just going to make up what they think anyway. Yeah. I see what you're saying. Thanks for explaining sales numbers. No problem, man. Do you think Switch Steelbook books will be an ultra rare thing? I don't know about ultra rare, but I mean, sure. Physically 46. No, digital eShop 46. I don't know. Physical, I don't know about the physical because I think that's Play Asia only. So, I mean, if you want a physical copy, Play Asia. So, Play Asia is great, by the way. That's a great place to get physical copies of games that don't come out in the West. If you want something fantasy, girl who's still multi-language. Yeah, that one's $55. So if you want a physical copy of Fantasy Life I, yeah, you're going to have to import. It's $55 plus shipping. So, Uncario with the $5.
Hey OJ,
hey,
how's it going?
Good.
Sounds like your voice is finally back to normal.
It's getting back. It's getting back. It's getting back. I still am coughing a little bit, but for the most part, I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good. Shout outs to Uncario, man. Combo breaks. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. You guys got to realize PS5 sells because of, like, Call of Duty, NBA 2K, Madden, FC. You know, like, that's the reason why, that's the reason why that system sells. It doesn't sell because it's got a bunch of exclusive first-party games. At least at this point, the reason why PS5 is selling. It's selling because, yeah, I mean, those exclusives help, like God of War and Horizon. Those include, like, you know, those all help. But the main reason is because it's got, like, the third-party games, like, in the best default graphical quality for people to play. So, yeah. PS5 gun and ball. Ball and gun gamer bundle. There is a lot of PS5 ball and gun gamer. I mean, let's just be honest here, though. There is a lot of PS5 ball and gun gamer bundles. That's true. There is a lot of those. There's an NBA 2K. There's what the 2K bundles. There was FC bundles. There's a Call of Duty, or there's well, not Call of Duty, but there's Battlefield. But there is ball and gun gamer bundles for PS5. There's always that. Excuse me. So yeah, gun and ball bundle. PS5 real hardcore gamer bundle, like a really like battle hardened guy that has like a basketball and like a gun in one hand and a basketball in the other, or like a football in one hand and a gun in the other. Yeah, this is the game. This is the system to buy if you're hardcore. Like just looking down at you like this, or looking kind of tilted in this way. It's like the BioShock cover. So you know it's like a real man's game, you know? BioShock Infinite. Y'all see the cover for that? So you're like a real man. You guys. Oh man, you know we gotta do the BioShock Infinite cover. Real ball and gun game. That's nothing tells you buy me more. This game sold based off of the cover alone. Was just like this cover's gonna sell you some copies right there. That's what it's all about, baby. Not only is he a hardcore guy with a shotgun in his hand, but he's also dapper dressed as well, you know? So BioShock Infinite is an interesting game. It's much better to say that it's good than it is actually good. That's the funniest thing about BioShock Infinite. We all remember it being good, but then if you go back and play the series, you're like, was that actually good? I don't know if it was actually good. The repetitive, bad second half of the game, the stripped down in terms of, gameplay ideas from BioShock 1 and 2, the actual real development hell that it went through. It's one of those games where you remember it being good, but if you go back and play it, I don't know if it's anywhere near as good as people were saying it was at the time. You know, I played it about 2 years after. I think I played it in 2015. So I played it about 2 years after it came out, and I thought it was good. But I was not like, oh my god, I'm blown away. I thought just like, okay, it was okay. I have a whole Let's Play of that game. If you think, wait a minute, OJ's playing BioShock? Yes. I have a full 100%, I kid you not. People say, oh, you never played PC. Oh, yeah, I tried. This is how you know I tried. I tried to be a PC guy. I have a full 100% playthrough of BioShock Infinite, 1080p, 60 FPS, PC, high quality, because the game ran at 30 FPS, I think, on consoles. I was playing it at 60 on PC. On my channel. Full Let's Play. With my new gaming PC that I bought at that time. Full Let's Play of the game. So, yeah. I don't think it aged very well. I don't think it did. I think BioShock 1 and 2 aged much better than BioShock 3. I think BioShock 2 probably aged the best out of all of them. Which is funny because if you go back and look, BioShock 2 is looked at as like the worst one out of the trilogy, Metacritic-wise. But I think if you go back and play them, I think BioShock 2 probably aged the best. And it might be the best one out of all of them. BioShock 1 probably for the vibes, BioShock 1. But BioShock 2 gameplay and vibes, and it's like everything, like BioShock 2 is actually pretty good. Great afternoon. Hey, what's up, Vadsent? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing today? Playing some beautiful Joe. Hey, there you go. Let's see here. BioShock purposely played off the attitude and element of the time period people from, and yes, even the ugly shoots came out, but it was done for story well enough. I highly recommend all of you guys, because I had these thoughts about BioShock Infinite, but I didn't say anything because of how people said anything. Like, I highly recommend you guys go watch I Finished the Video Game. Now, I don't believe everything that he believes. Like, I don't mimic everything that he mimics when it comes to games. Like, I disagree. But he did an excellent full retrospective of every BioShock game. And he explains the situation with BioShock Infinite. He actually gives a lot of backstory. That game went through crazy development hell. Like, it was a miracle that the game even, released. Watch that video. Just, I Finished the Video. That's the name of the YouTuber. I Finished the Video Game. And watch his retrospective. Because a lot of the stuff that he said in BioShock Infinite, I felt, especially compared to what I played with BioShock 1 and BioShock 2. But at the time, I'm like, okay, well, it's still fun, I guess, right? And I just left it alone. Like, I didn't care about BioShock after that. I was like, whatever, I don't care, So I haven't really thought about it or played BioShock since then. Yeah, go watch that video. It's long, but go watch or at least skip to the part where he talks about BioShock Infinite, and what he says about that game at the bare minimum, So yeah. Just got done playing Time Crisis a few hours. Nice, Time Crisis. That's a good game too. My friend in college, Andre, he loved Time Crisis. He bought like the whole thing for like the gun and everything for like the PS5 back in the day. So pretty cool. Yo, what's up? What's up, the Great Wah? BioShock, but yeah. Yo, what's up, man? Yo, Adam Carson, been a while, brother. How you doing today? Welcome. Welcome. Infinite is the best BioShock for me. I played multiple times. Hey, man, if you thought it was the best for you, it's all good. It's all good. I'm not so sure if it is for me. So, yeah. If you guys have questions too, please hit the like button. Obviously subscribe to the channel if you're new, but hit the like button. Let them know that we're streaming. Let's go. Let's say the time gun and ball game. Yeah, Time Crisis, baby. Let's go. Time Crisis. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better. Hold up, give me 1 second. As soon as I say I'm feeling a little bit better, sneeze, sneeze, double sneeze, triple sneeze. Oh, man. Shout out to everybody. What are you guys playing though? Give me some good games that you guys are playing too. Streamlabs, stop spamming, bro. Stop spamming, bro. Still got some sniffles here and there. Still got some sniffles overall. Still got some sniffies. But we rolling, man. You rolling. You're rolling overall. Oh, snap. Yeah, VATSense still building that crazy game. Basic programming language, Unreal Engine, blueprinting stuff. No C++ yet, man. VATSense out here. He's doing a lot of cool, crazy things. Shout out to Yakuza 0. I played that game. Shout out to Sega. They gave me a sponsorship for that one. Pretty good stuff. Good game. Good game, good stuff. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Like I said, hit that like button. Appreciate that. Still on Divinity Original Sin 2. Nice, nice. Divinity. When do you think Elliot will drop? Yeah, Elliot. The Adventures of Elliot, the Millennium Tales. I think that game is probably going to be like an early game, but I think that they're looking out for the landmines. Early 2026 is packed, stacked, racked, Return of the Mac. I mean, it's like, there's a lot of games. So I think they want to avoid, you know, FF7. They want to avoid, I mean, even though it's both Square Enix, they want to avoid Resident Evil. They want to avoid a lot of that. I think they want to probably get into like a March. Maybe like a March or April type of window would be good for them. So I'm guessing March or April. Might have to do some advanced character programming. Hey, there you go. Yeah, the demo of Adventures of Elliot's really good. It's a really good game. I think it's going to be great. So, excuse me. So I think it's going to be really good. I think it's going to be really good. Pats might be in big trouble with Diggs. Yeah, Diggs seems to be in some trouble. There's a felony case, I guess, you know. But, you know, it's just an accusation. It's not a conviction yet. So wait till all the information comes about. There's a legal case that's happening, so you know, let that play out. Let that play out. Let's see here. Yes, I'm finishing Trails Into the Sky. Nice, nice. April would be nice. I'm with that. I would like the demo. Yeah, I like the demo too. I think that April would be good for that one. I have a bunch of interesting games that I'm going to be talking about. 30 big upcoming games for the Switch 2. If you haven't seen my video about my top 15 games for the Switch 2 for this year, check out that video. That video is doing really good. It's kind of blowing up a little bit. So check out that vid. I think it's fun. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Very colorful and fun thumbnail. I'm going to be doing more of my top list videos again. So look out for that vid if you haven't seen it yet. Shout outs to Shaw X. The Panther Beast with the $10. Says my homegirl's a ball and gun gamer. She only plays COD. She got mad when I called her that and told me since I'm a gamer, give her another game to play. I gave her Sekiro. You gonna learn today. Oh my god. See, look, you're gonna Shaw X. You're going to keep her a ball and gun gamer if you give her a game like Sekiro to play. Give her something a bit easier. Why are you going to give her that game? She's going to get discouraged. All she plays is from going from COD to Sekiro. You go from ball and gun to actual, like, game, like real game. Not aiming down a sight, like you got to actually think and stuff. Man, you're gonna scare her away. So your homegirl is a ball and gun gamer. That's so funny. My wife would also be a ball and gun gamer if it wasn't for her liking Mortal Kombat. So she likes Mortal Kombat though, but she likes Call of Duty. She likes FIFA. but she also likes Mortal Kombat. So she's like a 66% ball and gun gamer, too. Gotta ease her in, Shaw X. Combo breaks though. Shaw X, he's from the Elite Ninja Village. He's an elite ninja. He's from the Round Table. Round Table ninjas, we don't ease in anything. We go straight up for like the high level, hardcore, you know, jutsus. We hit him with the jutsus, high level jutsus from the beginning. This is no Naruto, Jiraiya training. We out here. We go straight to Sage mode. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, listen. That's that. I have to blame myself a little bit for that. You know, Shaw X been hanging around me. You know, I go pretty hardcore with this type of stuff. So maybe I rubbed off on him when it comes to him doing that. You know, weeding out the frauds. Let's see. Mortal Kombat is a ball and gun fighting game. There's no ball and there's no real gun that you shoot like that in Mortal Kombat. So no, it's not. It's not a ball and gun fighting game. That's not true. Mortal Kombat, it's a fighting game. It's like, if you play Mortal Kombat, that's an OG. Mortal Kombat's an OG. There is no such thing as an OG ball and gun game. There's no such thing as an OG ball and gun game. Like actual ball games or gun games from back in the day, that's different. Like if you played those games back then, that's a different thing than it is today. So there's no such thing as a ball and gun OG, you know? Let's see, Amaterasu. Makikyu Sharingan off the rip. You know? Ball cross pit. Yeah, I've seen it. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm going to try that game at some point. But I mean, I see what you're trying to say though, Felipe. It's kind of like the most popular, casual, traditional fighting game out there, you know? But still, I don't see it that way. I don't see it that way, 100%. But I see what you're saying though, Felipe. I see what you're saying. We got a good laugh at. What did she say? Like what did she say? Did she try? Like, what did she say when she tried the game? What are the chances of seeing Monolith Soft's new IP versus getting a Switch 2 version of Xeno 2? I think it's high for both of those. Big Pert is replay metaphor. Hey yo, let's go, man. Ever play third-person shooters instead, like Uncharted: The Last of Us series? Is Uncharted considered a ball and gun game? Is it like a ball? Like if you like Uncharted, is that like a ball and gun type game? I don't. It kind of is, and then it kind of isn't. Like Uncharted was like made for like ball and gun gamers, though. It was like literally made for like the ball and gun gamer. It was like targeted, made, like it was like a focus tank or like a focus group game. Let's have the most generic looking dude play the main character with the most typical haircut that you would see with a dude like that. Let's make him right about 6 foot, 6'1". Like that game was built to be like perfect. It was like genetically engineered, like Mewtwo or something, or like Mew or something. I don't know. That game was like built for ball and gun gamers. Dan Dips with the $2 dono says, "Leave my Mortal Kombat alone." Leave my Mortal Kombat alone. How about this? You don't leave. How about this, Dan Dips? Don't leave my platinum and a half alone. Let's go. 10 more combos, 1 JoJo, and we have got it, baby. Thank you so much, Dan Dips. I appreciate that. Let's get some Mortal Kombat music for the occasion. Deadpool, baby. Not that Deadpool. The music Deadpool. The music Deadpool. Let's go. Yeah. This stage was scary as hell back in the day. I used to play this stage against my brother, and I'd be like, "Don't knock me into the pit! If you knock me into this pit, I'm gonna cry! I'm gonna be mad! Don't knock me into this pit! That's acid down there! It's gonna burn my skin off!" And then guess what would happen? Guess what would happen? Oh, toasty! Here goes Johnny Cage into the pit. I got so angry one time, I like lunged at my brother like the Jaguar logo. He knocked me into the pit. I said, "Ah!" Wow, I was like rated. I think I said something like, I think I just lunged at him like Raiden, bro. It was like the Jaguar Raiden. I was like, ah! You read my mind. I said, you know what he did to me? He just like grabbed my head and just went boom and just shoved me down to the ground. Like, what are you doing, you bum? I was so angry. And I was like, ah! I told him to not knock me into the pit and he did it anyway. And he did it anyway. Oh, shout outs to JoJo boys. Platinum and a half plus 10 dips. Let's go. 152 on the board. Hey, yo. Shout outs to Cyber Taurus. Hey, yo, let's go. OJ, I'm a ball and gun gamer. I don't care for Madden 2K sports games, but I did buy College Football 25, but still never played it. Oh, okay. You're kind of a ball and gun gamer, yeah. Yeah, because, like, you love Call of Duty and stuff. But that's not... You play other games, too. Ball and gun gamers, they, like, only play games with balls and guns in them. So, like, that's the difference between, like, a real ball and gun gamer and, like, someone that just likes ball and gun games. Like, I like some games with guns in it. Yeah, Metroid Prime 4 has a gun, right? Splatoon has, I mean, like, paintball guns. Like, so, like, it's not like it's all or nothing, you know, when it comes down to that. So, shout outs. Appreciate that, guys. JoJo boys, once again. I think we're at 7 JoJos today. That's crazy. Not even JoJo Friday. Let's go. Thank you for the big love and support. Shout outs. 152 on the combo board. Yo, you know what time it is. It's combo break time. But it's also a platinum limit break. Platinum and a half. The theme for the music is called Deadpool. So that's the theme for the music. From like the acid pit, it's called Deadpool. That's the name of the song. Yeah, I play different games. Sorry, I am a ball and gun gamer. Yeah, like you are like a ball. To me, a ball and gun gamer is somebody who only plays like, and then not only do they only play games with balls or guns in it, but then like they also get pissy about things. Ball and gun gamers are annoying. If you're a ball and gun gamer in silence, or if you're just a ball and gun gamer and like you like your ball and gun games and that's that, okay. But like the people that are like Shroud, right? Like he's like a popular ball and gun gamer, really just like a gun gamer, but still, he's over here complaining that Expedition shouldn't get Game of the Year and all this stuff. But all he does is just sit on his butt and play freaking Arc Raiders and shooting games. It's like, dude, sit down. Like, you're already sitting down, but like, shut up. Like, all you play is multiplayer online games because that's how you make all your money. Like, that's all you play. You don't play Expedition. You don't play a bunch of different variety. Like, what games do you play all year? All you playing is like Marvel Rivals and like ball and gun multiplayer shooters. Like guys like that, I'm tired of them talking. There's a lot of people that are like that. Like their trophy list is Call of Duty, Marvel Rivals, Overwatch, Battlefield, Madden, Call of Duty, or NBA 2K. It's like, bro, you don't get an opinion. Like those people that they're ball and gun gamers and they want to talk about Game of the Year and they want to talk about what deserves this and that, and all you play is ball and gun games. Those are the people that I'm talking about. Like, and like you have a mouth. You can be a ball and gun gamer, but if you don't have a mouth on you, or you don't feel like you need to insert yourself into everything, then I won't call you a ball and gun gamer like that. It's the mouthy ball and gun gamers. Now, obviously, Shroud is way more popular than me, has way more money than me, and he's way more, people listen to him way more than they'll listen to me. I get that. But what I'm saying is that guys like him are annoying. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not even playing a lot of the different games that are considered Game of the Year, but you want to insert your opinion. I make it my thing to at least play 3 to 4 games of the Game of the Year list. I mean, I played pretty much every Game of the Year on this year's game for the Keeley Awards, at least. I played Hades. I played Clair Obscur. I played Donkey Kong Bonanza. I played, what was the other ones on there? I know it was Death Stranding. I didn't play that. I didn't play Kingdom Come Deliverance. I didn't play that game. But I played at least 3 of the games, in terms of Game of the Year. So yeah, like, I feel like I can have a little bit of a say on that one, because at least I played a number of them, you know? So that's the issue that I have with a lot of these ball and gun gamers, you know? Hey, shout out to Casual Noob. Appreciate that, man. OJ, I'm gonna need to stream. I'm gonna need to be a streamer. OJ, can't stay at 9 to 5 anymore. Work be tracking how long my breaks are. Listen, man, you should never become a streamer because you think you're gonna actually end up doing this full time. I tripped, stumbled, fell, tumbled, rumbled, bumbled, McFumbled, jumbled into this position that I'm in. It was not like, oh, everyone just likes me. Hell, most people don't like me at this point. You know? This is completely by chance, and my channel is an anomaly. It is not a thing that you should try to emulate. Trust me, it probably won't work for you. The reason why I can do what I do is because I've literally been in the trenches for years. That's the reason why. And I have a certain amount of clout, or there's a certain amount of people that will listen to what I gotta say. It's still not a ton of people. Obviously, guys have way bigger subs than me, right? But it's just enough. But it's unique. I have a certain message that I feel that some people can resonate with. That's unique to whatever, me, in my opinion. But yeah, I don't recommend it. I recommend getting a trade. So if you don't like your job, I recommend learning a new trade and then going into that. So like learning how to be like an electrician, or learning how to be like a plumber, or learn how to do something different. That's like a guaranteed trade that's gonna have you have a job. So I recommend doing that. I don't recommend being a streamer at all. Because like I said, this job I failed multiple times, and like I said, I tripped, stumbled, bumbled, and got lucky that the switch. Lucky in a sense that the switch ended up being good and ended up working. Like if we had another Wii situation, or even to a degree a 3DS situation, I don't think I'd even be here right now. I definitely would have went back to school, got my physical therapy license, and I would have been doing my own physical therapy. You know, I would have definitely went back to school. I would have sold my house, went to go live with my mom, go back to school, get my physical therapy license, and I would have just been doing physical therapy. So yeah. I mean, I already had my kinesiology degree. I already had my my communication degree. So really, I mean, I could have go back and go my physical education. I could have just done that. That'd be 2 years. I can go coach football and go, working at a school. I probably would have done that. So I probably would have done one of those two. I would have just be a football coach and work at, be a PE teacher and make okay doing that. Just work that and work my way up. Or I would have I would have gotten to like schooling. I would have definitely tried to do that, and then maybe be like a principal or something like that down the road. Or I would have done physical therapy, one of those two, because like I said, I already had a degree, so it would have just been like just going to get my master's in something or something like that, or my credential. But yeah, don't be a streamer. Do a trade, do something guaranteed. Let's see here. I actually decided to jump back into Metroid Prime for this evening. Samus has a gun and it can turn into a ball. That's true. Samus is a ball and gun gamer herself. She's a whole ball and gun game. Nephew playing so much Fortnite. Tired of it? Yeah, man. Thanks, Basement Ben. I appreciate that. You're cool too. Let's see here. This channel could have been physical education PE. I know it could have been. Actually, my last channel, I did some physical education stuff on there, some like workouts and things, so yeah. So that's what I recommend. Or even like, learning cybersecurity and doing something. But I recommend, like I said, learning a trade. I think like an electrician is like good. That's like good stuff. Like you can learn it in like a year or two. And you can find a job, doing that. Or like a plumber. Plumber's good. A lot of people are hiring. People always need help with plumbing. Be like Mario Bros, baby. You could be a plumber, be an electrician, AC repair. If you live in a place that's hot where you need to repair ACs, ACs are always breaking down. People always need new ACs, so AC repair, just stuff like that, right? Or maybe learn how to cook, become a cook, like work at a restaurant, be like a wait, like something like that. Learn how to run a restaurant, like learn a trade, like go, like learn a trade, be like a waiter, learn how to run a restaurant. Stuff like that, like that's what I would I don't recommend anybody becoming a streamer. Like, unless you've got a great idea, like unless you got an idea that you think can transcend, and even then I would say just do it on the side. Just start it up, do it on the side, see how it works out for you, see how it works out for you, see how you like it, see how, see what you can do. But just playing video games online, that doesn't really, in today's day, that doesn't really get you any traction. Like, look at the biggest streamers out there. I mean, yeah, some of them just play games, but even how they got popular in the first place was like, how did they get popular? It's like you don't even know how they did, and a lot of the guys that got popular playing video games, they instantly pivot, KSI, PewDiePie, all of the people, right? Like Aiden Ross, Kai Cenat, like all these people that, played certain games to get popular, they all pivot to doing IRL, being cool, acting like they're cool, right? Or trying to act like they're cool, or trying to be cool or whatever. So Speed, like all of them pivot. So yeah, I recommend, just doing it on the side for fun. And then if it blows up, it blows up. But yeah. My high school buddy's an electrician and he makes good money. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, even some of the streamers and content creators who were killing it a few years ago are struggling. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of content creators where you look at their reviews and you think, oh man, that's really good. And then you realize that ad revenue is so flaky. Ad revenue is so flaky. It's so up and down. That's why, once again, that's why I thank you guys a million times. Some people think it's fake, but it's for real for me. That's why I thank you guys, because I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing without you guys coming through. Like me having these streams, even like I said, if it's $1, becoming a tune-in tier, $1 here, $2 there, some of you guys drop 10, whatever, it all kind of adds up and it helps it to where it supplements my videos, right? To where I don't have to worry. Like my videos don't do big numbers. So I don't have to worry about my views 24/7, because I know that you guys, like on my streams, like you guys are going to come through and I'm going to get some type of support for that. So I don't have to worry. Now, even if I didn't get the type of support that I did, I'm still going to do this. I'm still going to do it, and I'll figure out something else. Like I'll do more videos. I'll take more side work. Like I'll do something. I'll figure it out. I'm not gonna start DSPing it. I'm just sitting there begging the whole stream for stuff. So I'm not gonna do that. So I'll figure it out. But I appreciate you guys coming through, like I said. But I think at the same time, you still gotta work at it, right? I still gotta show up. I still gotta make my thumbnails. I still gotta make my streams. I still gotta sit here and try to be entertaining and make jokes and have fun. I don't have any ideas to bounce off of other people. I bounce it off of you guys. So I involve you guys. So I think it's fun in that way. But then again, some people hate this. Like I've talked to streamers behind the scene or content creators. They look at me and say, yo, OJ, I don't even know how you do what you do. Like I'm not going to sit here and talk to people for 2 hours. Like, why the hell would I do that? Like the trolling, people get annoying. There's a reason why guys like Nintendo and these frauds, you know what I'm saying? Like these grifters. There's a reason why they don't stream like that. They don't stream like that because they're going to get absolutely obliterated on the stream. People are going to be crazy towards them, right? Because there's people that say a lot of stuff, and you see how some people treat me too, right? So it's like, a lot of content creators, hell no, they don't want to talk to you guys. But I like doing this. I think it's fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's great. Now, I don't have as much trolling as maybe some of those other people would have, but you got to build the environment that you want. If you're a negative person, always talking about negative things, always making negative videos, you're going to attract a toxic, negative, spiteful, nasty, crusty ass audience. Like that's basically what you're going to attract. If that's the type of person that you are and you're creating videos like that constantly, that's who your audience is going to be. It's going to be the nastiest, edgiest, crustiest people. Your content's going to mirror who you attract. So for me, I try to be more positive. Obviously, we talk about stuff that's bad if it's relevant or if it's needed, but we talk about stuff that we like a lot, because I want to attract positive people. I don't want negative, spiteful, angry, crusty people here, A lot of content creators hate their lives. A lot of them do. Honestly, like no cap, a lot of them do. That's why I say it's weird. Like when people say, oh, this person said this about you or this, I'm like, bro, I don't care. Think about it for a second. If you hate someone or you dislike someone and you constantly having to talk with them for pennies of ad revenue, or just because your demise or something like that, you're that full of hatred for someone to where you're going to sit there and constantly talk about, I would not waste my time and effort of watching that person's content, looking through it, having to react, having to edit, if I don't like them, for pennies on ad revenue ain't that great. for pennies on YouTube? That seems like you hate your life, or you hate your free time, or you're wasting your life. I'm gonna spend my life and my time talking about stuff that I enjoy, because that gives me joy. That's why I'm old, but I don't look like as old as I am, because I'm not sitting here stressing out about video games, about hating people, about being angry, about calling people fanboy 24/7, about blaming them for Switch 2, like just nonsense that you see some of these crusty, weirdo, no-face people do, right? Like, it's just weird to me. I'm not gonna waste my time being so spiteful and angry. I'm gonna spend a lot of my time talking to you guys, people that I like, talk about stuff that I like, because that gives me happiness and joy. Like, we don't live long enough to be sitting here being spiteful and angry for years, for months. That just makes no sense to me. Every now and then, obviously, if there's an issue, bring it up. That's fine. But most of the time, it's going to be stuff that I like, stuff that I'm not going to waste my time talking about stuff that I don't like. That makes no sense. Why am I going to do that? I mean, sure, you can make a lot of some people can make a lot of ad revenue doing that, but you probably hate your life. Like I said, you're probably going to end up hating everything. You're going to end up being spiteful and angry. Trust me, I've tried it before. It's not good. I've tried to do that before. I did that 10 plus years ago, and I ended up just being an angry person. It was bad. I didn't like myself. So, yeah. I had to quit. People aren't interested in watching the game streaming. I found out that people will watch more shorts than anything. I mean, people definitely watch shorts. People watch game streaming, but there's a small pool of gamers who have a lot of people's attention, So yeah. Hey, what's up, the cool guy? Welcome. Rather watch or hear someone that actually likes what they are than talking about. Let's see here. Then someone fake hating something for views. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not gonna sit here if somebody hates Pokemon Legends ZA, right? I'm not gonna sit there and watch a 40-minute video of them being angry. That's stupid. Okay, you don't like it. Like, that's just a waste of my time. Now, some people, once again, like watching stuff like that, but I'm not gonna sit here and watch I don't really watch like worst video game lists and stuff. Like, I don't watch all that. I know some people love that. Some people love watching worst video game lists, bad this, everything's terrible. Like, some people like watching that. But for me, in my hobby is video games. That's my hobby. In my hobby, I want to be happy. I want to hear stuff that's good. I don't mind watching some negative things, but I'm not going to make that my whole mission, to watch that type of stuff. So yeah. Late reply, but speaking of Shot, I saw news how he recently did play X% 3 and admit how wrong he was. And for some reason he said how Osmond Gold was right. Bruh. Yeah, well, how wrong he was about X% 33. Yeah, it's a really good game. So there you go. Yeah, I mean, if you were to become a content creator, yeah, shorts and regular edited videos just might be a better option, overall. So that's definitely might be a better option, definitely might be a better option. Casual Noob just got home too. Shout outs to Casual Noob. Let's freaking go, baby. Casual Noob's neck looking good, looking better, and he's back home. Let's go. Shout outs to Casual Noob. That's why you see people like Critical and Muda are being so successful on YouTube. I will just talk negatively about something. I think it goes beyond that, but yeah, that's part of the reason why. But I think they're successful because they have a certain attitude that relates to the person out there. They're always on camera. You know what I'm saying? They do streams, so they will react and respond to some of the haters or some of the stuff in there. They are. I think that there's a difference between Moist and some of these other guys that are too scared, that hide their face or don't stream so they can't get people in there, debating points. There's a level to it. And I think Moist and I think Mudahar, although I don't like their content overall, I think that they did it a different way to where they're like, yeah, so what? I'll say what I gotta say, So yeah. Shout out to Juice Man Vaughn.
For GP.
Hey, general purpose, baby. I love that. Thank you so much, Juice Man Vaughn. So while I agree, yes, they did get popular just kind of being negative and just kind of being negative about, or just basically talking about topics and that are usually negative and stuff like that. I do think that there's a certain relatability that some people have to them, that they're not scared, that they're not hiding, that they do stream, or they put themselves out there to be open to criticism as well. A lot of these guys, these Nintendo Switch 2 grifters, they're frauds, they're fakes, they're chumps, they're scared, they're not showing their face, they're hiding by the shadows. And that's why I think that while they're gonna have success, they're not gonna be like Mudahar, and they're not gonna be like Moist. Those guys also make more sense than some of these other grifters. Some of these other grifters are so crazy, it doesn't matter. Same thing with Osmongold. He's super crazy, but he got super popular off of a video game, right? So there's also that. But yeah. I see what you're saying there, Grums got popular off the being a grifter. There's a whole separate Mudahar and Moist are not in the same level or not in the same bracket as Grums. Grums is a grifter, and there's a whole audience for the grift, what would you want to call it? Political grift, no politics, conservative, or whatever you want to call it, right? Like that side of people, gamers, whatever, right? There's a whole certain grift level to that. Hate Nintendo, blah blah blah, just all sorts of stuff, right? They're kind of all lumped into one kind of category, and that's very different from a Mudahar or like a Charlie or a Moist Critical, and that's also separate from a Nintendo Switch 2 grifter or Miyamoto angry laser eyes. Hey, I'm gonna talk about this and it's his fault because people know him clickbait, right? Like, so very different ways. But once again, that type of strategy is popular everywhere. It's not just gaming. It's with sports. It's with lots of things. Lots of ways. There's lots of ways to cook the goose, or whatever the saying goes. And once again, it's okay. I don't have a problem with people doing that. People are allowed to do whatever they want, but people are also allowed to criticize whatever they want too. So I think a lot of times people get upset if you criticize people like that and say, "Oh, well, you're just trying to do this." It's like, no, I don't have to like how they do things. I don't have to like how they operate, just like they don't like how other people operate, so we don't have to like what they like just because lots of people like them. I don't have to like that, I don't have to think that it's good just because there's a lot of views. So what? You got a lot of views. That doesn't mean you're right. That doesn't mean you're good. It just means that you got a lot of views. Good for you. But that doesn't, okay, so what? That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything to me. I'm not in the sheep. I'll make my own decision. I don't give a damn. There can be 10 billion people that like something. I might not like it. Oh well, 1 million people like Avatar. I don't think it's the greatest movie ever. Some people think it's the greatest. I don't think it is. I don't care how many millions of people watch it, how much money it makes. That doesn't mean I think it's the greatest thing ever. I don't give a damn. So there's also that too. Everybody's their own person. Just because 1 billion people subscribe to one person doesn't mean I think he's great. Okay, better than me. So what? And now what? I don't care. I'm still gonna have my own opinion. So yeah, that's kind of how I see it. Yeah, but with Muda, you kind of dropped the ball on the line about being an engineer thing. Sure, I never watched this content enough to be invested that much anyway. Listen, you got to remember, I don't think the best of people. You got to remember that. I'm a positive person, but I don't think everybody else is a good person or is telling the truth. I already assume people are lying about a lot of stuff, okay? The only people I actually trust are the people that I know, that I know. Some of the people hear what you guys tell me because I've been around y'all. I don't trust content creators, especially big content creators. Everybody's all, how many things? I'm a content creator, so I know what content creators say and do. Yeah, so it didn't surprise me. A lot of them are liars. A lot of them lie. They're all liars. A lot of these guys lie. So it didn't shock me, and I'm not surprised. A lot of them lie about a lot of stuff. Like, okay, he's not an engineer. So what? Dude lied about getting a Switch 2. He lied about lots of stuff. Lots of people lie. So that's why it don't faze me. A lot of these guys that get big, they lie. They're no better than any politician. Politicians lie. People like politicians. They're liars too. YouTubers are like politicians. They lie like hell. So, yeah, That don't faze me. I've seen it. I've been around them. I've hung out around big content creators. I've literally heard them admitting to lying. So, about stuff that they say on stream and stuff that they say on vids and stuff like that. It's like, okay. So, I've been around the block. So yeah. There's more, there's starting to be more overlap though. I've seen more conservative grifters make clickbait Nintendo vids. They were anti-Disney crowd, now the grifters dried up. I mean, yeah, that's where they're going, where the money is, Wyatt. So the money is in being angry against Nintendo, being like right now, that's where a lot of the money is. So you're gonna see people go towards that. It's like a career, right? You're gonna see a lot of people that want to become, you know, an NFL player. Well, why do you want to become an NFL player? Well, because you can make a lot of money. So that's why you want to become. So you see a lot of people playing American football, at least here in the U.S. You see a lot of people playing American football. You see a lot of people playing basketball. A lot of people play basketball because you can make a lot of money. So they go where the money is. You're gonna go where the money is. The thing about me is that, like I said, when I started doing this, there was no money. I never felt like I was gonna make anything. I do this because I love doing this. It's just a byproduct. Like I said, I tripped, fell, and stumbled into it. I'd be doing this regardless, whether I make it or not. It don't matter to me. I'm always gonna do this. I didn't switch up my style, switch up my flow, switch up my thought process, or switch up anything. Have I been wrong on things? Sure. But I've been doing what I've been doing for 20 years. Before you guys even knew who I was. I've been doing exactly this. Sitting down, talking to my homies, talking about video games. I've been doing this for forever. I've been doing this for not 20 years. I've been doing this for 40 years, 30-something. I've been doing this with my brother when we were little, sitting down, talking about video games, playing video games, discussing video. I've been doing this my whole life. A lot of these people haven't been grifters the whole life. They became grifters because it got them money. They changed. Not me. I've been doing this for forever. So that's the difference between somebody who's a real one and somebody who's fake. We already know what they're doing. We know why they're doing it. Why? Like, that's just how it is. And that's okay. They're allowed to do that. You're allowed to pursue whatever career you want to pursue. A lot of people pursue certain things because it makes them money. That's cool. Nothing wrong with that. I wanted to be a football player because I love football, and because, yeah, you can make a lot of money being a football player. That didn't happen, so I did something else, you know, plain and simple. But that's what people do. People go where they think there's going to be money. The thing about it that gets me, though, is that when people try to act like they're doing this for good reasons, they're not. They're not doing this because they have they want to change Nintendo, or they think they're doing this because they're going to make money, and they're grifting and they're getting views. That's why they're doing this. Because if that's what you wanted, then you should have been doing this for a long time. Why'd you just start doing this now? It's not like, oh, I've had enough, bro. It's been like this. It's been like this for a hot minute. You should have been doing this then. You should have been doing this for a long time. And not just with Nintendo. You should have been doing it with lots of other stuff. Why you wait till now? Oh, because the money's good. The ad revenue and the views are good now with that. You know? So, nah, I don't... You can't convince me that people that all of a sudden just started grifting, talking about, oh, I've had it. It's cut the cap. Cut the cap. You should have been doing this. You've been an adult for a while. You should have been, unless you were a baby or a kid, you should have been doing this. You should have been like Sammy, classic Sonic fan or whatever, sitting there pouting in your room. So, no, I don't believe this. Oh, well, I just had enough. And no, that's the reason why. Man, stop the cap. We know what you're doing and why you're doing it. You can't fool me. That's why they don't want to debate. You can't fool me. You can fool these other gullible morons that watch your videos. You can fool them, but you can't fool me. I know why you're doing what you're doing. I'm in it. I know. I tried it 10 years ago. 12 years ago. No. About 13 years ago, I tried it. I hated myself. Damn near had a nervous breakdown. Wanted to maybe... Bro, I had thoughts of me going... That's how bad it was, bro. I said, this is trash. I gotta get out. It's not me. I tried it. Doesn't work. I'm feeling better. Those people would be upset at a company, chase the money, and be fake. I have no respect for those people that do that. That's what I'm saying. Like, If Glazed Nintendo becomes popular, they'll become Nintendo's greatest defenders. That's what I'm saying. I guarantee you, if the views dried up, if the money went away and the views dried up, they would not be talking about like this. That's what I'm saying. My challenge to them is unmonetize the vids. You can't even say that with me because I've been like this for a hot minute, for a long time. I've been doing what I've been doing, whether there's views or not. I was doing this in the Wii U era. There was no views in the Wii U era. I was still talking the way I'm talking, doing what I'm. There was no money in the Wii U era. There was more money in being negative in the Wii U era. There was no money saying anything positive about the Wii U back then, for the most part. So, unless you were at Game Explain, but they were doing analysis. That was the meta back then, is analysis and breakdowns and closer looks, magnifying glasses on thumbnails. That was the meta back then. So they were very good at that, so they blew up. But like, people could have done that back then. They could have become a grifter, hardcore grifter in the Wii U era. There should have been way more of that then. Where were these people then? So, and even some of the issues the Switch 2 has. Switch 1 had those issues and then some. Where were you at then? Where were you at then? You want to talk about prices? People were complaining about prices too. People were talking about price too back then. It's not like this stuff was like freaking GameCube prices. It's not like we had Player's Choice all over the place. It's not like there was discounts everywhere for Switch 1. So, a lot of these people are fake. They're doing it now because they know they can make money off of it. And it's become a thing. It's become meta. It's become something that they can be profitable off of. And the people that are doing it and still aren't profitable, a lot of those people are just stupid, to be honest. A lot of people are just dumb. You're just killing your mental health and you're just being negative for no reason, for pennies. You're just an idiot, But we know why most people are doing what they're doing, As a father of two, how much time, money, and lack of sleep, etc. could sacrifice. Imagine your kid growing up to become a grifter. Seriously. That's what I smack the hell out of my son. If he grew up and did what people are doing, I don't care how much money he's making. I don't care what system, what he's doing. I'm like, put all that time, attention, and effort into your trade, you moron. What are you doing all this for some pennies on YouTube? Like, this is what you doing with your life? You doing this? Smack the heck out of him. Imagine that. Grow up to be a grifter. Gotta be kidding me. Shout out to Sony as a liar video from back in the day. OJ with the earring was a menace. Yeah, but the difference between me saying Sony's are liars is that they were literally being liars. Like, that was affecting me personally. I was gonna say nothing, but they're the ones who copyrighted my video, trying to talk smack to me in a way that I didn't like. So I had to let them know, But think about that for a second. That could have turned me into a full-blown grifter, right? I could have been angry and negative about everything with Sony. Am I? No. Do I still buy their systems and games? Yes, because I'm not overly dramatic sissy. I'm not an overly dramatic, whiny, little schoolgirl, little brat like a lot of these dudes are on Twitter and a lot of these dudes on YouTube are, that sit there and get pissy and pouty and get all, like I said, like get all weird and goofy over video games. Like, I could have turned into a full-blown Sony grifter arc if I really felt like it. I still bought what I liked. I still bought certain stuff. I just didn't buy what I didn't like, bought what I liked. So I'm not like that, though. I wasn't raised to be all, like I said, like a full-blown sissy like some of these people are, turning it into their damn life's goal to be like, I'm never gonna like that. It's like acting weird, like that's goofy behavior, So I don't need to do all that. But I could have. But I didn't. I'd be omega depressed if my child becomes Grums 2.0. Seriously, bro. Let's see. Shout outs to the 5.
Grifter discussion 8. Minato Mario must be back. Elmao rolling on the floor laughing.
That's true. Minato definitely lets us know about the grifter arcs. I mean, we didn't really have much to talk about, though, to be honest. There wasn't really much other gaming news to talk about, so I didn't mind talking about that because, like, there really wasn't much else. But yeah, Minato definitely back with that, because he brings up the grifters all the time, or he brings up the people like that. Play stat team. Play stat team. Oh my gosh. Not the numbers that he used to do. Nah, not anymore. Still some, but not anything like it was before. After the whole switch to 10 million thing, people said, okay, this guy's a fraud. So a lot of people just definitely bounced after that. Yeah, their whole personality is tied to grifting, tied to the grift. Yeah. Game Explain also blew up for not paying their employees. Oh man, Andre actually hates me. He blocked me on Twitter, or he either blocked or muted me on Twitter. And like a lot of the former Game Explain people don't like me. Like John and a lot of those guys, Nintendo Life and Game Explain. Andre doesn't like me because I said something about, what did I say? I actually referenced, he said something about Brawl. I think he said something like, say what you want, but Brawl was like the best game in the series. So I was like, okay, I'll say what I want. No, it's not. And I explained why. Then he was like, oh, well, I'm just saying my opinion. And I was like, okay, well, yeah, this is the reason why it is. And then like he got like a bit more, he got like salty. But I understand why he was salty at me though. Because at the time he had that one Joey Ferris dude. That dude don't like me either. We've gotten into it as well. So like, and I think he was still employed at Game Explain. So obviously they had conversations about me, or he had seen, obviously, you know, he follows him. So they saw the conversations. So Andre already didn't like me based off that because I was on Game Explain. Like we used to be cool. Me and Game Explain, we used to be cool. Like they had me on their show one time. Heck, you can still find me on their channel unless they deleted the episode. But I was actually on their channel for a discussion at one point. So we were actually cool, you know? At one point, but yeah, like that Joey Ferris dude don't like me. So Andre already kind of had like a negative attitude towards me, you know. So like he kind of would like go like a little bit extra. Like I'd say something and like he'd get like a little bit extra, even though like somebody else would say the same thing that I said, he'd respond to them nicely. But like I say the same thing, he'd respond more negatively. I'm like, what's this all about? And then I'm like, oh yeah, that's why, because the whole Joey Ferris thing. I'm like, okay, I get it. But before that, before like he muted me or blocked me or whatever, I think he muted me. I said something about, I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I can see why you don't even, like, I can see why everybody leaving your channel, like, you don't even be paying your employees. You know? I said something like that, and man, he got mad, dude. And like his viewers, and even some of my viewers, like, yo, that's a low blow, OJ. I was like, bro, like, he started it. I was like, bro, like, he started it. And sorry, it was just perfect for me to, it just set that up for me to say that. So yeah, whatever. So yeah. Just wait, what happened to Nintendo Life? I missed that arc. Yeah. I have a bunch of streams, so here's the thing, man. When you got some time, MXP, I can say what happened between me and Nintendo Life, but just go back and watch the streams of just like the Nintendo, like just Google search Nintendo, not Google search, but just type in Nintendo Life and look at my VODs. Watch the VODs, and I go through and I break it down. But I mean, long story short, they essentially got mad at me because I used their footage of Xenoblade Chronicles X, and they felt like I didn't properly credit them. But they also said that I'm not allowed to use it, that I need to get permission to use footage of a 10-year-old game that was being brought back. And I was like, no, I don't, you know? And we had a long back and forth email chain between, first it was the Alex Only guy. And I don't like the way that he came at me. Like, he came at me in a little bit of a way that I thought was disrespectful. So then he came at me in one way, so I responded back to him kind of a little bit kind of disrespectful as well. I'm like, I don't gotta source, I don't gotta give you, I'll use whatever I want. I don't gotta do nothing with you guys, you know? I don't gotta ask for anything. And then somebody else emailed me, like I think it was Darren. He emailed me, and then we had a long email chain back and forth. And it got to the point, like it bubbled up, and it got to the point to where they were talking about me, but not dropping my name on Blue Sky. So I was like, okay, you guys want to, you know, subtweet me and talk about me, but not drop my name. Go ahead and tag me. I'm on Blue Sky. Go ahead and tag me. If you got something to say it, you know? So they were doing that. So I was like, okay, bet. I'll just expose all the emails. I'll just drop all the emails. And I did that. I just went through the emails. So I was asking my chat, like, yo, what do you guys think about this? Like, you know, like, does this seem out of pocket? And pretty much everybody that was watching at the time was like, yo, OJ, yeah, they were out of pocket. And I told people, yo, give me your honest opinion. Don't just glaze me or whatever, like, because you like me. Give me your honest opinion. Were they out of pocket, or was I out of pocket? Was I like, was I tripping? Let me know. Like, I said that multiple times. Like, let me know if I'm tripping, and I'll man up and I'll apologize. But everybody in the chat, literally everybody, even people that don't even like me that much, sometimes they're like, yo, OJ, nah, you ain't tripping, fam. Like, you're good, you know? So yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling better. Shout outs, man. I appreciate you. What would be, say your top 5 games to switch to at the moment? Donkey Kong Bonanza, Pokemon Legends, Hyrule Warriors, and some other games. Watch my top 15 games of for the Switch 2. Watch that list, and I'll give you all my games. But those 3 for sure. I don't know what order, though. I don't know what order it's in. But watch my top 15 games, and you'll get all of them on there. So, yeah. That's what happened there. If I ever see a future kid make a video with Angry Mario, we're going to have a discussion. That better not happen, Party Man. That'd be like top 10 anime betrayals. Party Man's kid makes like a grifter video with like an Angry Mario. I did it for the views, Dad. Party Man says, son, we need to have a talk. Close the door behind you. Oh, man. Close the door behind you and just be like, we need to have a big talk on this one. Let's see here. Nah, you were good on that footage use. And yeah, I credited them too. I did tell them, I did say it was Nintendo Live. I did say that it was. And I did forget to originally put the video in the description, but I added that. But even after I added it, like they still were going back and forth with me. It was stupid. It was silly. It was a silly thing. Like I said, I think cooler heads should have prevailed though. I think I didn't handle that the best I could have handled it. Like I could have probably handled it without it getting to the level that it got to. So like in the future, like I don't think I'm gonna have something like that in the future. You know, I think that was a bad idea on my end. But like I said, I got upset because once again they were trying to like, I think they were kind of like trying to bully me in the email. Like that's the only reason why I kind of like it escalated to that point, because I felt like I was being bullied a little bit. You know, like, oh, you need to ask us permission. I don't need to ask you permission. You guys, they run a whole website where they don't ask for permission all the time. They take images, they take video, they embed YouTube videos. They don't ever ask for permission for a lot of their content on their channel. It's fair use. So like, I don't understand why they're trying to tell me you have to ask for permission to use footage. Since when? You don't have to ask for permission to use gameplay. And especially you don't have to ask for permission to use gameplay of a game that's like 10 years old. Like the game came out 10 years ago. It's not even like it's a new game, like with exclusive footage and all that. It's like, it's an old game. It's 10 years ago. Like, you know, so that's what I was kind of caught up on. But you actually don't need to ask for permission. If you're talking about a game or you're talking about something, you actually don't. It's fair use. I can use the footage if I felt like it. They don't own the copyright to that footage. They tried to claim that they did, and they said they went to copyright school. And I'm like, maybe in the UK it's like that, but here in the US that's not like that. Like, you don't own Xenoblade Chronicles X footage. You don't own that. Sure, you got your own cuts in there and all that, and sure, that's your own. Like, it's fair use all around though. Like that footage, anybody else can use it if they're talking about that. And if they're just taking your footage and uploading it verbatim or like wholesale, then yeah, absolutely, you might have a claim to that. But if I'm talking about it and talking about discussing what's happening and like having transformative content, the transformative content always beats out your edit and cuts on something that you don't own the IP to. That's the reality of it. If you don't own the actual IP and someone does transformative content on top of what you recorded, sure, you can own that, or you can say that you own that, but you don't truly own that. Especially if somebody has commentary over it that makes it transformative. Just like your footage is transformative, so is mine. You know, what I did. So I think they didn't understand that, but we went back and forth on that. Like I said, I would have probably handled it a little bit differently, you know, looking back. But like I said, I think they were tripping, you know. They finally admitted that my video was transformative, though. After like a long back and forth, he finally admitted that he didn't want to say that my video wasn't transformative. He finally admitted towards the end of the email string. And like I said, we were gonna, like, he wanted to talk with me, like have like a private conversation. And I said, yeah, maybe, but I just said, no. I just ended up just saying, no. I never got back to him on that just because I was like, there ain't really no reason to talk. You know, there ain't really no reason. I got nothing to say. There's nothing really for us to say. You said how you feel. You know, I know how you feel. I said what I feel. I know how I feel. We went back and forth. Like, really, that's it. There ain't really nothing else for us to say, you know, on that one. So yeah. How you feel about the Switch 2 key cards having to make you download the game, the console instead of the full game being some of the cartridges? I don't like them. I don't really buy game key cards, but I mean, some games they don't have, like Final Fantasy. It's 90 gigabytes, so what can you do? Like, it's too big for the cartridge. But yeah, I mean, like I don't like them, but it's not like the be all end all for me. I don't really care too much. I'll buy the games that are on key cards. You know, if I want the game, I'll still buy it. Like Resident Evil, I still bought that. So yeah. Let's see. You're right, OJ. Nintendo Life is tripping. Maybe Andre should pay his employees. Yes. Yeah, it's not easy being a content creator sometimes. I mean, yeah, listen, man, like that's not anything too much. Like I said, I've been like a scrapper my whole life though. So like that type of stuff doesn't really get to me too much. Like I said, once I cut this off, once I cut off the stream, once I cut this off, I don't really think about nothing. You know, I talked to my wife about it though. Certain things I might think about a little bit more, but I wasn't really tripping on that one. I didn't feel any type of way. But yeah, like I said, it's all good, man. Like some people, they have their opinions, they have their ways of thought. I have my way of thought. The cool thing about me, or the cool thing about them, is that they didn't back down to what they believe in. That's fine. I'm not going to back down to what I believe in. That's fine too. I can give them credit. Yo, stand strong, stand tall, believe what you believe in. If you're going to believe in something, believe in something. You know what I'm saying? Rock it. So I appreciate the, you know, standing tall, you know, but at the same time, like, you got to also not be disrespectful. Like, if something's transformative, it's transformative. Like, you know, like I shouldn't have to pry that like it's like pulling teeth, you know? So yeah. I think you should take them up on it. They admitted that they were wrong. I might. Maybe I'll go back to him and say, hey, look, I know it's been a while. Maybe now that like emotions are not as high and things like that, maybe we can talk about it. Maybe there can be something. Maybe that might be a surprise collaboration between Nintendo Life and PlayerEssence. Maybe that'd be something that people would have never saw coming, right? That would shock a lot of people. Like, wait a minute, Nintendo Life and PlayerEssence? I thought they hated each other. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll reach back out. Maybe, I don't know. They probably won't want to talk to me though, but if they did, maybe not. We'll see. I know the Alex Only guy won't talk to me. I know he won't talk to me. He had enough of me after one email. I think he had enough. He sent me one email. He never talked to me again. So yeah, I think he had enough. I don't want anybody to unsub. I'm not trying to cancel. Obviously, Nintendo Life is way bigger than me, you know. I'm not trying to cancel Nintendo Life, or I'm not trying to tell people to unsub. I think their content is okay. I mean, even though I said it's not very good, like I said, emotions were high. Their content's okay, man. It's not bad at all. Like they do some good work over there. You know what I'm saying? So it's no hate on my side, man. If you like them, or if you sub them and you like their content, don't unsub because of me. You know, I'm not spiteful about things, you know, like I'm not spiteful about, like, I don't care. You can sub the people that hate me. You can sub the people that love me. You can sub the people that said bad things about, like, I don't care. Everybody's different, right? So I don't mind that at all. Like, everybody, you know, I'm not here to cancel anybody or have people say just because they don't like me or they did this, don't like their content or don't watch them. No, if you think that they're good, go watch them. My little issue, that's my issue. I'm a grown man. I don't need anybody else to cape or cap, you know, or to cape or anything. Now, I appreciate people that did support me in that. It's good to have the support. That's why I opened up to you guys. But at the same time, like, I don't think that, you know, you should like never watch them if you like their content because of me, you know. Like I appreciate the support, like Huddy, I appreciate the support. But yeah, like I'm not trying to sit there and say nobody should watch them. Like they make some good content too, you know. Like I'm not here to cancel none of them or nothing like that or anything, you know. Same thing goes for anybody that doesn't like me. I don't care. You can watch anybody, you know, that if they don't like me or if they make videos or whatever, that's fine too. Like that's what's part about being a man. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're a grown man, you don't really worry about that. Like you're not worried about that. You're just worried about what you need to do. And what I need to do is make sure that we hit these combo breakers. Hey, shout out, let's go. We're going further than beyond the combo breakers. 167 on the board. 33 combos away from the Elite Ninja, from the 2 times platinum. Yo, I appreciate that, guys. Let's go. So I appreciate you guys. I'm worried about you guys. I'm worried about what we're doing here. I'm worried about 2026. I'm worried about the big games coming up. I'm worried about the content. That's what I'm worried about, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm going to stream tomorrow. No BS, I think Switch 2 brought back the feeling I had of missing gaming. I play on PC too, but something was about the Switch 2 hits differently. I think it's the fact that you can play it anywhere that you want. The fact that it has exclusives. things like that really make it feel unique and feel different, you know? All right, take it out. Take it easy, MPX. Don't let the Arlo subs off the hook. Hey, man, y'all can do whatever you want. It's all good. You know, it's all good. What dormant franchise are you looking forward to coming back the most to Switch 2? Kid Icarus or Golden Sun? Kid Icarus would be a game that I'm looking forward to coming back, but Golden Sun as well. Either one of those can come back, and I'll be pretty happy about both of those, no matter which one decided to come back. But we have went a bit over on time, guys. I've been blabbing. Last time I looked at the time, it was an hour 49. Now it's 3 hours and 10 minutes. So I've been yapping and blabbering for a bit too long here. So hit that like button before you guys go. And also make sure you check out my most recent video. I had a video on some big updates for the Nintendo Switch 2, some great updates. So if you haven't seen that video, please check it out. I think it's pretty fun. Scarlet and Violet, Dash Frame. Hey, let's go. Yes, the Switch 2, playing it on Switch 2 is much better. It's going to get you a way better frame rate, resolution, and performance. So thank you guys so much. Shoutouts to A. Cooper. Shoutouts to Juice Man Vaughn. Shoutouts to Uncario. Shoutouts to Dan Dip, Cyber Taurus, Shaw X, all the big elite ninjas here. Justin and Caitlin. Shoutouts to Cyber, once again, Cyber Taurus. Ending the stream, or up there with the A. Cooper, Hokage and Stream Ninja. Paul Gale, it's your boy, Ralphie. Yo, let's go. Dino Fury, Drew Arco, Sky Guy. Yo, shout outs to Simeon Coin as well. Appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much for coming out to the stream. Shout outs to all the Elite Ninjas. Thank you for all the questions. Thank you guys for all the comments. Thank you guys for all the commentary. Thank you guys for everything, man. You guys make this stream go. I appreciate you guys so much. We should be back for a New Year's Eve stream up until East Coast midnight. So I'll probably start the stream like around maybe 6 o'clock my time. So if you're going to be up for New Year's, check that out. I'll be up. I'll be streaming. We're going to be hanging out, talking about New Year's resolutions and games and stuff like that. So it should be pretty cool. And kick off 2026. So thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are goated. You guys are the best. I appreciate everybody here. And we will see you guys for tomorrow, for the New Year's